Sunday. Welcome into Cutlery Corner Network. Glad you are here because I think you're going to love all the knives that we have to show you here on the show today. We have some brand new handmade specials, lots of items set up here, big collections on our turntables, and some good specials. I also have a surprise for everybody, and I'll get to that last. I'm going to go through some of our deals that we have going on, and then I'll tell you about the backdoor special. Yes. Okay, so if you would like to get free shipping on your order today, we can make that happen. And we have this really beautiful alligator jig trapper. It is made by Steel Warrior, and that is going to be the free shipping item. It is $22.50. Item number is 105347. 105347. And that's a big premium trapper done in that very nice brown alligator jig. This is going to be one of the last shows that you can get that, and it will be your free shipping item. We also have, yeah, there it is. Jim loaned us his alligator prop here, but that is the trapper. So get one of those in your box before you close out your order so you can get free shipping on your entire order. Also, if you purchase a Michael Prater item here on our show, we're going to put your name into the drawing for August the 2nd. We'll be giving away 2 Prater knives. One is going to be a prototype, big folding hunter, and the other is going to be a painted pony. And that's the green malachite, mother of pearl, sequoia trapper, giving those away on August the 2nd. So as we go through the show and show you some Prater items, I'll remind you of that too. And then also on our website, cutlerycorner.net, we have a big sunfish there. It's a rare sunfish. I believe it dates back to, is it 96? Yeah. The Winchester with the buffalo head shield. It's done in this burnt orange. And on September the 4th, we'll be giving that knife away. But if you go to our website, cutlerycorner.net, you can register to win the big sunfish. Also, Chase, do you want to go through those other specials, or I'll go with wherever you want to go. It's up to you. This is a 5-inch lockback. It's white smooth bone. It's called God Family Country. Does have the leather sheath with it, and it is $16.75. We put some of our best sellers on these graphics so you guys, we can just kind of roll through them and let y'all see them. But item number is 104746 on the God Family Country white smooth bone leather sheath 5-inch lockback. Also, this is called the Badger, and it is a Steel Warrior assisted tactical. It is $15.20. Item number is 105027, but it's a fast snapshot. It's about a 4.5-inch on the handle, clip on the back, $15.20. It's one of the few Steel Warrior assisted opening knives that we sell. So that option is out there. And, oh yeah, so Jim was in the office today. We normally don't see Jim on Sundays, but he was in the warehouse today planning for next week. And we were talking about this item here, the exotic Santa Fe liquidation. Item number is 105041. And it was all Jim's idea to go from, normally we had that at $120. It is now $75 on the Santa Fe liquidation. And this is also a neat item. It's a Kentucky 5-blade. We called it Kentucky Christmas in July, and it is $9.88. Item number is 105188 on that Kentucky Christmas in July. And looking forward to fall, I am. This is a white oak tactical. It's $10.88. Item number is 105283 on the white oak tack. So that's a fun knife right there. It's a standard opening tactical too. And like I said, Jim was here in the building today. Okay, as we go through this, look at this. This is 105386. This was also Jim's, what did he call that, Chase? It had an interesting name with it. Jim's Grab Quick, BOGO Buy, something like that. Item number is 105386. And this is a blue, Cancun blue jig bone lockback. And for $10, you get both of those. So that kind of led me to, and I know that was like a big deal. That was a big special and, all that. So I grabbed up this green knife that was kind of similar to that one. And I said, hey, Jim, well, can I sell this one today for $9.98? This one here. It's kind of similar. And he was like, yeah, just go ahead, whatever you want to do there. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to add another one to it if that's okay. And, I just ran out the back door with it. He was like, okay, whatever. Now, he might skin me alive come Monday, but I'm going to do this for our Sunday viewers. Okay, we're going to do both of these because I thought, well, if he had that blue one going, this one's a little less, though. I'm going to do that for $9.98. So we're just going to do, I'm going to call it the backdoor BOGO buy. It is $10.52.41. So you get both of these Steel Warrior in that very pretty summer green for $9.98 is what I'm going to do. So $10.52.41, $9.98. We'll make that Sheila's BOGO buy for the day. God's World, All Lives Matter. I know this one's been getting a lot of attention, and I believe it did kind of strike a chord with a lot of people. But it says, in God's world, all lives matter, John 3:16-17, and it's lasered on the handle. It's a blue titanium handle, and it is an assisted opening knife. And that item number is $10.52.95, and it is only $12.88. Oh, really? Okay, now this paperwork here I got's wrong then. I'm going to go with what you say. It's $10.52.25? Okay. $10.52.25. That's interesting. I don't know. I guess it was just a typo. But you guys, we're going to go with what Chase says because he's got the graphic. Okay, Jim's pick. Our very first item here on our first table, Jim's pick, is going to be a Black Hill Steel fixed blade, and it's done in an antique brown. Actually, it has a little bit of a red tint to it too, but this is a new one. Item number is $10.53.50. Jim picks a new one every single week. And this is the pick for this week. And it's an 8.5-inch Skinner. It's an all-around grab-and-go, great user-friendly type knife, upsweep blade. But I can see a little bit of reddish brown, and then it has the dark walnut, some red spacers also, brass guard, brass pommel there on the end, and a tooled leather sheath. So when Jim picks it, he drops the price. It's normally $18.75. It is now $12.88. Item number is $10.53.50, 8.5-inch Jim's pick. The retails though $40.88, but you can get that for $12.88. He'll pick a different one for us in a couple of days, so that one will expire real soon. Got to get that one while you can. Okay, the next item on the table is something that I think everybody looks forward to, and it's our Woo of the Week. Woo means with order only. So when you add this on to anything you're buying, you get it at the sale price of $10.88. That is a 14-inch buoy. The guard on it kind of favors a bayonet style. It has that sawback design. Reminds me of an alligator for some reason when I see that. It does have the hard case sheath. There you can see the sawback design. And see, that is only $10.88. And whenever, I know Woos might be a little strange, but it's just like an add to. You just add it on. You qualify to get it at $10.88. That's pretty much how that works. $10.53.74. The knife too also has like a $40 value. You know, when we're selling stuff for $10, I look at the sheaths and I think, okay, the sheath's going to be $8, $10. We have the knife, the sheath for $10.88. $10.53.74. Now we have come out with the new Hellas and Castillos. We'll have a couple of those on the show too. We have the Hella Harding. And this is the Hella Egan. I love this handle. This is a birch handle. You can see that color variation, but also the natural wood grain that just makes the knife gorgeous. It's a little under 9 inches. It's $129.95. These are handmade in Norway. through the Hella brand, and that actually originated in 1932, a little small village in Norway, still making knives today. And it's a triple laminated steel blade. They have this really high-end leather sheath that goes along with it too. And I only have 25 of these left, so this might be one of the last shows. It probably is the last show that I'll be able to have this on. But you'll get a polishing cloth, leather sheath, and then this Egan Skinner for $129.95. I do have one other Skinner by that brand, and it's the only two that I have here on the show. But they want you to carry this knife and use it. I know it is really, really good looking, and I would be a little protective of it, but the way it's made, the durability, the quality, I don't think I could pass up on using it. They are razor sharp and excellent. Handmade in Norway, 10/31/41, only 25 calls on that, and it will be sold out. Hen & Rooster has come out with several new Deer Stag pocket knives. This one is just $41.50. So I'm going to say this one's probably the lowest priced Hen & Rooster I have on the show in Stag, $41.50. It's the 303 frame. It's 2 3/4 on the size. It does, of course, have that traditional Hen & Rooster shield. And it's a little tiny shield, actually. Brass liner. 3-blade Stockman, but it's one to have in your pocket. Like if you are an executive, no problem. If you go to a construction site every day, no problem. It's just going to be a very easy knife to carry. You probably won't even know that it's in your pocket, but you will have the benefit of the 3 blades, the Stag, the Hen & Rooster quality, all of those benefits like that come along with Hen & Rooster. So as you are shopping with us, remember about the free shipping knife we talked about too. Hey, this was a surprise. Isn't that a pretty knife? This is a case. Michael Prater with his Prater Jasper, Wild Horse Jasper on the handle. And it is a 3-inch toothpick. This, to me, is one of the best handles that I think he utilizes. I've seen it a couple of times, like we had it on a 4-blade Congress, we had it on a 5-inch lockback one time in a trapper. This is on a toothpick, but it does have the Damascus blades, the Devin Thomas Bird's Eye Damascus custom blade. That knife goes through a lot of different hands. Of course, Case makes the frame. Michael Prater does the custom handle. Devin Thomas, he makes the blade. To think about all the labor that's gone into that knife, and it's just $96.75. Now, retail's $199.95. We've come across these in the vault. There are 16, and if you like it, get it quick because they go that fast. That particular Wild Horse Jasper. And you can see why it's loved so much there. 59750 on the toothpick. Kershaw, we were able to get some new Kershaws in. Thank you so much, Jeff Daniels. I know he works hard on that. This is that 1620. It's the Speed Safe technology, but look at the green. Olive drab, OD green. It's the 3.5-inch. They are fast, speedy knives, razor sharp, ready to work. You can open the knife with one hand in, which is, I know, a very important factor for folks who work. And because if you're busy with one hand, you just want to get your blade open. You can lock this, and I think that's another excellent aspect to this knife. So you can lock it opened up, or just slide that over, and as you're carrying it, you don't have to worry about the knife opening up in your pocket. Oops, sorry about that, Gage. Just threw it off the table. So the Speed Safe technology with the lock on the back, it's $59.95, and that is in the OD green, I think. And I know we have a blue one and a purple one also in stock. Castilla Bacote, I believe is how you say that. It's $120. Item number is 105312, and these are handmade in Spain. This also kind of come in about the same time as the Hella knives. but handmade in Spain. This one does also have the spear point blade, comes with a leather sheath, and it also has a fine touch-up stone that will be going out the door with it. The Castilian knives, they're made in this little town, Albacete, and their hashtag is carry some history. So they started making the Castilian knives in the Middle Ages, continues today, folks. And so you know they have honed the perfection of making that. I do like the way they have done that extra file work on the spine of the knife. There is a leather lanyard on the back. Handmade in Spain, handcrafted to meet the modern demands of everyday use. Albacete, and that's really like in a historic center of the knife making craft in Spain. But item number is 105312 on that. Hey, have you seen the cougar, the hen and rooster cougar that just came out? It's almost 6 inches. $38.75. We have this in the cougar, which is obviously this brown hardwood handle, and we also have it in the panther, which is a black linen micarta. So you might want to ask the operator about the other one too. We have it set up to come up here in a second, but they both are out there. It's the same frame, different handle, full tank construction. Item number is 105333. The cougar, and it's a palm skinner giving you a lot of leverage. You can see how that is made to put some pressure down on that when you are using that as a skinning knife, and it's just the right weight, the design, and get a lot of work out of a knife like that. But I mean, it's not a massive knife, but it's really all you need right there. Here's the vintage Viking ox horn. This was another one that we discussed today, and it's low quantity. The reason it has a low quantity is because the ox horn drinking cup that you see there in the center, that is a bonus item, and we only had, I believe it was 100 of those that came in. So this is going to be what's holding up this set. And it's only in this set, by the way. But it's a vintage, old world style, and it's a genuine oxhorn, old-fashioned drinking cup. So that's your bonus item. You get 6 pocket knives to go along with it, and they're all a Coe River. The 5-inch lockback, you saw that. I know it's more of the black color, but you can see on this drinking cup how you might get the tan or the black or the white. It just varies. There's a Stockman in here. We have a canoe with the crimp bolsters, cigar-style whittler, slimline trapper with the lasered bolsters, a razor saddle horn trapper, and back to that Stockman. Every single one's different. I mean, you can see on there how you do have the lighter colors, and that's what I enjoy about oxhorn. Natural horn handle materials, really oxhorn, buffalo horn, or stag. You got this natural beauty. Vintage Viking oxhorn set, $74. So 6 pocket knives, 1 bonus, genuine oxhorn drinking cup. Item number is 105300. 105300, $74. Hey, you guys want to see the best seller of the weekend, and it's real easy to see why. And this one is called Shadow Ops. Item number is 105373. 11 pieces for $98.75. So every knife that you see on that table is just $8.98. You have this battle axe as one of the items in here for $8.98. And then and it's like a pickaxe, throwing axe style on this one here with a tooled out blade. They have that special coating on the stainless steel too. I refer to it as like a Teflon type coating. And that is going to be on the two that you see there, the axes. Okay, they also fall into the 15-inch category. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knives on this table that are 15 inches. And then you have 2 that are 13 and a half. And then you have 3 that's going to be a 12 or 12 and a half. The majority are in that 15-inch category for $8.98 a piece. Shadow Ops is exactly what you think, with the blacked out blades, the black rubber sure grip handle. You're going to get some hard case sheaths, and then we also have the nylon sheaths. So both of those are going to be utilized. But the retail value is over $400. It's $406.91 in retail value. Shadow Ops, $1053.73. That's such a bargain buy, especially if you buy in resale. That's one I'd put on my list. Check that buoy out right there, the 15-inch buoy. Man, that's a whopper of a knife for $8. Now, when I see these big collections, I know that's going to come in a big box and it's going to be kind of heavy. Add the trapper. That will give you free shipping. It's really to help you guys out. You get a trapper, and then you also get free shipping on your entire order if you have that alligator jig trapper. Item number is 1053.47. It is $22.50 for an alligator jig trapper, but think about how much it's going to save you on the Shadow Ops. And you get a knife. And then you can add more things to your order, and everything will be sent to your house with free shipping. So you can just keep loading up the box if you want. Our Choice Painted Pony. This is $398 for the Our Choice Painted Pony. When we get down to really low quantity on a lot of our painted ponies, we'll put them together in a batch like you see here. We will drop the price. A lot of these were $4.50, $5.50 on the sale price. But on the Our Choice Painted Pony, everything on the table is $398. We may have sold down to just 1 or 2 of those items now left in stock, so we just move them out basically. Some of these are going to be Winchesters, some of these will be case knives. These jumbo painted ponies, these are painted pony frames, but that is an 8-inch handle. This toothpick also, 8-inch toothpick, has the banded chrysocolla, the black jet onyx. There's blue lapis on this table. Here's a case trapper with that bird's eye Damascus. So that one's going out to somebody. You will get these samples and more. Check that out. That's like a 5.5-inch swing guard Winchester. There's another with the turquoise. Hey, do we have the free gift? Okay, it's back here. Hold on. There it is. When you purchase one of these knives, I want to show you something else that will be free, and it's the Feather Macaw 2-blade Barlow. And so the agreement was made. If you purchase an Our Choice Painted Pony, this knife is a free gift, a free bonus item with every one of these. So if you ordered 2 or 3 painted ponies, you would get the Feather Macaw Barlow with every single one. Our Choice Painted Pony. Item number is $1038.86, $398. It's a $1,600 retail value with every single knife, and you've got the option to order that, get it at home. Hey, if it's not the one you wanted, send it back, maybe talk to the operator and then coordinate and get the one you did. But that is $1038.86, saving you hundreds of dollars, really. Cabin Fever. This is a perfect example of what we can do with white smooth bone. When you leave it in its natural state, you can do this really nice custom lasering. And every single one's going to have a little outdoor scene there on Cabin Fever. It's $68. This is the chip away white smooth bone. So these fixed blades will range from 7 to 8 inches overall length. The first one you see here is the snook, And it does have some arrowheads and the warrior with a bow. We have the warrior on horseback, and it looks like a feather headdress. Here's the war drum, also with the warrior and the spear. And the rider, he is like going backwards here. And then also has the dream catcher. These are all full tank construction, white smooth bone, chip away. And of course, we are going to give you some excellent leather sheaths. And these are the new lighter tone leather sheaths, which I really appreciate the color of those. But that's the look at the sheaths that go out with every single one of those full tank construction. And it's called Cabin Fever. Hey, Chase, I'm going to just pop this in the screen for just a second. This little backdoor BOGO buy we talked about at the beginning of the show. I have 2 green Steel Warrior lockback pocket knives. I call it my Sunday BOGO buy backdoor special. And that is, it's only $9.98 for both of those. Item number is 105241 on the green BOGO buy. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. It's my Sunday backdoor bargain buy, which surprised Jim. I kind of just ran out the back door with it. He thought I only had 1 knife in my hand, but there were 2. $9.98, you get them both. Item number 105241. He said yes. I just don't know if he knew what he was saying yes to, but that's, I guess we'll talk it out. We'll talk about it next week, I'm sure. Castillo, this is curly birch. And this is a lighter tone of that curly birch. And out of the ones that I've seen here by the Castillo, this is the one I like. I just like that lighter color in the curly birch. The frame itself is 3 3/4. It's $120. It does come with that fine touch-up stone. You get that. And then also the leather sheath. There's a leather lanyard. Does this one have? Oh, yeah. So they did. I believe this is the one that had the design like the castle. You know the wall that goes around the castle to protect the castle, the way that that is zigzag like that? That's the design that they have on the frame on that one. But it's $120. Item number is 105293. And we only have 39 of those left. Handmade in Spain, in that little town, Albacete, is the town where those are coming from. Carry some history with your Castillo knife, handmade in Spain. And they are razor sharp. Be careful. I always like to say, be careful, because if you're not used to a knife that's that sharp, it might catch you off guard. 105293. We did feature the Cougar a little bit earlier. This is the Panther, and it has a linen micarta handle, and it's that new design, palm skinner by Hen & Rooster, and it's only $38.75. We saw a transition from Hen & Rooster going from just all collectibles to a G10 line, and now we're seeing these smaller, just go-to, very easy to use type skinners. You can add a lanyard on the end of that if you want, but it is a black and gray linen micarta with that black leather sheath for $38.75, but it retails at $74.13, and we are so busy on the phones. Thank you so much for tuning in. Glad to have you here on a Sunday. It's almost too hot to be outside to do anything here in Tennessee. It is hot. So kick back, watch TV, enjoy some of the specials that we have here. Speaking of specials, see, this was Jim's Get Quick BOGO buy. And it's done in that Caribbean blue. This is that 3-inch lockback for $10. $10.53.86. And it's been heck of a buy all weekend. This is one of our #1 sellers. And I get it. It's a Steel Warrior knife. They're valued at $20 a piece. And it was Jim's Get Quick, buy one, get one free. And I'm sure he wanted it to be something special just for himself. But when I said, hey, Jim, can I run this knife today? This green jig bone lockback. He was like, and I said, you know, you were running those for $10. Can I run this for $9? 98. He was like, yeah. But I also had in mind to give you another one. So I'm going to do this for my Sunday show, and I'm going to price it a little lower at $9.98. This is my BOGO buy right here. But this is Jim's up here, where you get the 2 blue. You can order both of them, folks. I'm just teasing. I was just trying to get in on his special. But that's $10.53.86 on Jim's Get Quick BOGO buy. I'll tell you more about mine later. Stag. The gunboat canoe came in, let's see, last week, I believe it was. What an impressive hen and rooster knife. This is a 4.5-inch gunboat canoe. One of the things I really appreciate about hen and rooster, just the quality of the stag. You can see the quality of the stag on all of their pocket knives, honestly. Check it out how thick that is. Rugged stag, polished down, and then fits nice and clean there on the nickel silver bolsters. So that is the 353L, which is large, 353 large deer stag gunboat canoe for $98.75. Item number is 105335. We carry the gunboat canoe in several different handles. Of course, the stag, I think, has the most steam right now. But there is a mother of pearl, a green, and a red that's floating around, and I'll have those kind of throughout the show too. But the stag is pretty impressive. All of the Castillo knives, the Hella fixed blades, we're all pretty low quantity on all those. This one, I believe, is called is it Torre? Is that how you pronounce it right? I hope so. I try. But this has the fine touch-up stone. See, that's free. You can use that on a lot of knives. There's your leather sheath. These are all just different designs on lockbacks. Every single one that we've come across now. I believe this is the third and last one. They all carry different hardwood handles. The last one was curly birch. The Torre is that Bacati wood. I hope I'm saying that right too. But it does have the leather lanyard. They are solid frames, handmade, carry some history. And the Torre. Oh yeah, it's right here. Let's see. That is a 320 grit ceramic sharpening stone. This is all either handmade in Spain. I know the sharpening stone comes from here in the U.S. too. But that is an all-natural wood handle, the Torre. Okay, 105313. Hen and rooster, and they call this the coffin frame. You can look at that. I'm going to open it up too and let you see how that looks opened up. That's $198. We're down to just 13 of these. And it's really one of the few tree ring mammoth knives I have on the show. We've sold out of all the others. But the coffin frame has its own unique look to it with the single bolster. But when you open that up and you see how the blade, it just matches and flows with the handle. Very, very nice. There's no locking on that. It just folds. Tree ring mammoth, and they do a wonderful job matching it up front and back. Down to the final 13. Item number is 105286 with that exotic mammoth. You will get a certificate of authenticity with that. We're telling you more about the mammoth. This is a Prater item, so your name will get into the drawing that we're having on August the 2nd when we're giving away knives on August the 2nd. And you might just win the giveaway. Anytime you purchase a Prater knife, Painted Pony or Signature Series, name gets into the drawing. Chip away. We now have some new designs out by Chip Away. This one's called the Sky Dancer. And that is a Damascus blade. for $47.50. Oh, this is the one. Okay, I had 2 Damascus chip-aways on my show. They're both 12-inch fixed blades the other day. I do not know why. I have a good idea, but this one was $20 less. My guess is, and it happens all the time because we have so many sets, but sometimes there's just typos. Instead of being 67, it was 47. But the other one is 67. This one does have the ridges here on the top of the blade, the blood groove, tons of Damascus, leather sheath, pretty thick blade on there too. Dark walnut handle, white smooth bone brass. The Sky Dancer in Damascus. So until Jim's like, what are y'all doing? It's going to be $47.50. I mean, he might put the brakes on that and be like, I don't know, you know. $10.53.54 for $47.50. And again, thank you for giving me part of your Sunday. I know our phones are slammed, and I appreciate you being here with me, and I do hope you find something that you like. Take advantage of the free shipping item because it's there to help you out on shipping. This next run of knives, and okay, here's the free shipping knife quickly. That's your alligator trapper. It's a great looking trapper. It is $22.50. That will give you free shipping on your entire order. Everything in the box, free shipping. Item number is 105347 and it's $22.50. All right, this next run of knives, we've kind of matched them up. This was actually Chase's idea, and I loved what he decided to do on the idea. First, we're going to show you this, the 5-inch lock back, God Family Country. It's $16.75. Item number is $1047.46. It does have a leather sheath. That's like $10 in leather, but it's $16.75 for the knife and the sheath. $1047.46. The Badger, this is a Steel Warrior assisted opening tack with the scrolling, the lasering on the guard. It is $15.20, $1050.27. Item number, quick snapshot, 4.5-inch tactical. The exotic Santa Fe, we did a liquidation. These are typically $120. It is now $75. And you're going to get Mammoth or the turquoise and pearl. Those were the 2 that came in. It's $1050.41 item number. Exotic Santa Fe liquidation. Here's your Kentucky 5-blade. We called it the Kentucky Christmas in July. Item number is $1051.88, and that's the Caribbean blue jig bone. On that, here's the white oak camo tactical. Does kind of get me in the mood for fall. It's $10.88. Item number is $1052.83. White oak camo, 4.5-inch standard tactical. Jim's BOGO buy, get quick BOGO, is $10. Item number is $1053.86. Those are Steel Warrior 3-inch lockbacks, the Warrior frame. You get them both for $10. They both retail at like $20 a piece. Summer blue. But if you want my green set that I was telling you about earlier, item number is $1052.41, and it's $9.98. I made it a surprise BOGO buy today. Jim might get mad at me if mine sells more than his. We'll have to see how that goes. Okay, so we're going to go through Tequila Sunrise, the 2 knives that I have in stock in Tequila Sunrise. Gage, I don't think I have any others, do I? These are the only 2. So the first one's going to be the Hen and Rooster Skinner. It is full tank construction. Tequila Sunrise this is like the latest rage of custom core lawns by Michael Prater. This is the stuff right here. And that has that, it reminds me of the Emerald Coast, if you guys have seen that color of the water. It's just like that. And then you have the orange, the yellow, the purple, the blue, and the green. Tequila Sunrise Skinner. That's a steal at $42.50. Thank you, Michael Prater. Item number is $1052.42, and it does have the black leather sheath. The other Tequila Sunrise is on a big Choctaw. And again, any of these, if you order a Any of the knives I'm about to show you here, the next 6 knives, are all going to be Michael Prater Customs, and that'll get you into the drawing for August the 2nd. Just kind of keep that in mind. This is the 4.5-inch Choctaw, and it's $42.50. Last opportunity, folks. I don't even have 10 of these left. I wished I did. We're going to have to call Michael. I know this is a very difficult frame to work with. The Choctaw is. It's very unusual. But the handle is 4.5, and he has that same matching tequila sunrise with all those beautiful colors. Take me to the beach for $42.50. So those are both the same price. Item number is 105290. But literally, dial now. I wouldn't wait another second if you want one of those. I don't want you to miss out. The Michael Prater Vein Turquoise, is another fixed blade coming up. Item number is 105243. And it is also a Corlon, but when I see the blue in this, it is so right on. When you look at that clear blue turquoise, the real turquoise stone, that's it. That is the exact color, and it is so solid and beautiful. Well, the Michael Prater Gold Vein Turquoise, it is a 7-inch Hen & Rooster Skinner. It's just like the Tequila Sunrise we just saw. And it will have that clear blue turquoise Coralon and the gold with a lot of that pearl flake that just brings it to life. So, so pretty. 105243. And if you're like me and you're looking at those prices, $42.50 for a Hen & Rooster Skinner is an accomplishment. Now, when you put on a Michael Prater custom handle, it blows my mind. I don't know how Jim's keeping that at $42.50. And just knowing the hours, I think about the hours and the labor that's gone into making that on both ends, the Hen & Rooster end and the Michael Prater end. We probably have more in labor than what we're selling that for. This is very complimentary. This is the Turquoise Gold Rush, and it also has 40 count web. Now that is genuine 40 count web, turquoise stone, and then he's incorporated that gold as more of a base, like a gold Coralon, that's really holding all of that together. So you lay those chunky pieces of turquoise into that gold Coralon when it's a liquid form, and then when it solidifies, you have a masterpiece. So it will have his signature on the blade, and it is a perfect pairing with the gold vein fixed blade. The Gold Rush item number is 1047.65 for $48.75. Here's Blue Velvet. Hen & Rooster, 7 1/4. And the Blue Velvet is not crazy bright and bold, very classy, very well done. And the way that the Coralon just flows in this, it just has kind of a soft look to it like velvet would. Full tang construction, Hen & Rooster quality. Same good price, $42.50. And I only have 40 of those left in stock. Blue Velvet, when Michael Prater first came out with Blue Velvet, I thought, John, so he does great on everything, but he really just, that one struck a chord with me, that Blue Velvet. Those lighter and darker tones, kind of has a 3D look to it. 1047.06. And then the other Blue Velvet matching knife that I have with that would be the toothpick. And this is a 3-inch toothpick. It's only $22.75. How about that? So if you need a gift item, there's an idea. 1031.72. item number for just $22.75. It'll also have his signature lasered on the blade. It's part of his Signature Series line. For $22.75. Get them both. There's the certificate of authenticity. And that soft two-tone blue velvet. How's it going in there, Drew? You holding up? You got Chase on your side there. You should be okay. I think they're in there partying. I'm not sure what they're doing. Those two guys are in the booth today. Appreciate everybody coming in on Sundays. It's been really, really busy too. And Jessica, she's setting up product and answering the phones in between. It's just a hectic day already. Hey, this is one of the Emerald River knives that we have on the show. And this is a different style skinning knife by Hen and Rooster. It's that caping skinning knife that we carry. So it's a little different size than the one you just saw. It is full tank construction, but that's emerald green with the gold. And that gold does have that shimmer to it. Check that out. Okay. You just fall in love with a knife handle like that. And then you do have the black leather sheath with that one too. So Hen and Rooster quality. Emerald River, $42.50. And that one is a 6.5, whereas the others I think was like 7.25. But this one's totally different as far as the design too. $10.53.45 Emerald River. And I have a trapper. This is my last matching one here. This is the premium trapper in the Emerald River for $34.95. And as you have been able to look at each one, I'm sure you've noticed they're all different because he makes them all by hand. It's all created individually. Every single one will be different, but they will have the consistency of the colors, those same colors. You just might kind of get a little different pattern with every single one. So I'm down to 39 of those. Item number is 1049.15. Premium trapper. And what we've just gone through, you're able to really put together some collections. You can create your own collections if you want to. Custom Coralons. Oh, the Snow Leopard. Snow Leopard just came in, was it yesterday? On the new Snow Leopard? $17.53. Item number is 1053.57. And we're seeing this white smooth bone and all the things, the very creative lasering that you can do. I'm going to tilt it up this way, Gil, so you can see his face. That might make a little more sense. So there's the Snow Leopard. Oh, and then he's on a tree limb. That's the other. Then you have the laser blade Snow Leopard with the paw prints and the leather sheath. The frame itself is called the Chief. So let's think. Leather, what, $12? You guys see that beautiful leather sheath? That's a 9-inch white smooth bone. You have the custom lasering of the Snow Leopard, and it's only $17.53. No wonder that one has been selling like crazy. 1053.57, item number for the Snow Leopard. Well, this one has been getting a lot of attention. And it is a Winchester, but it's also the only one that has this little keychain with it. So the Winchester keychain, it's a black leather, but you can see the centerpiece there is that stainless steel. You can either clip it, and then you can put your keys here on the ring. That's cool. Now, this is a bonus item. We just had a few of these. I saw them there at Terry's desk, and we just had enough to go with this one knife. It's $175. This is the Winchester 3030 and the wine jig bone. It's a big Stockman. It's 4 3/8. The shield looks like the 3030 right there. And I'd say this one dates back quite a bit. I'm gonna pick it up and look at the date on the back, guys. Okay, so that goes back to 98. So the knife itself is 22 years old. It's almost an antique, 22 years old. But look at the excellent quality that it's in. We were able to get some of the knives that you see here. They all came from Tim Scott, owner of Winchester, and he had those stored back, and man, they are treasured finds for us right now. But enjoy that extra keychain. I like that bonus. Kershaw Scallion in the navy blue. So that's your 3.5 inches, the 1620 speed safe technology. I've seen this knife used many, many times. A lot of guys, look at this big clip on the back. Just clip it on the top of their pocket and it goes everywhere they go. Doesn't matter if they're headed to work, doesn't matter if it's the weekend, this knife goes with them. And it's a 3.5 inch, so it's not extremely huge. You can see that just barely touch that and that blade's firing open. But that's also why it has a lock on the back, and that speed safe technology really comes into play with that lock, because you don't want it to open in your pocket. And so the lock was so smart. 104417 in the navy blue. Now I did have the green a little bit earlier, that OD green. If you're interested in the green, it is an option too. This is that big gunboat canoe in the red, and it's a flame stitch zigzag red, but it's a 4.5 inch nickel silver there on the bolsters, and that is just $78.50 on the gunboat canoe. There's your Hen and Rooster shield, the pins, and earlier I did have the stag. I think it was just 98 bucks. Crazy for stag gunboat canoe. This frame, I've done this show for more years than I can count now. And I don't remember the gunboat canoe, if I've ever even had those on the show until now. But Hen and Rooster has put those out there, and I'm so glad they did. Quick reminder about my backdoor special here on Sundays. I grabbed a BOGO buy, ran out the back door with it. Jim was like, yeah, sure. It's $9.98. Item number is 105241. He might jump all over me for it, but it's these two green knives. They're both Steel Warrior. They're 3-inch lockbacks, and if you want to get that for $9.98, item number is 105241. So normally, you know, we sell these $10, $12 a piece, but, and I, you know, it's like, hey, Jim, do you care if I sell this for $9.98? Yeah, go ahead. I was like, well, what about, okay, yeah, thanks. And they just ran out the door. He's not normally here on Sunday. He's probably never going to speak to me again on a Sunday again. Hey, let me find, this one is the other handmade in Norway knife that we have, and it's called the Hella Harding. Let's see, this knife actually, the frame and everything came about in 1986. Well, they're handmade in Norway. We were able to get a small batch of them. It's $159.95. The centerpiece is in that curly birch, but you can see it's a very light tone of that curly birch. And then you have oak with a very dark stain. Very elegant, awesome fixed blades. There's the leather sheath, but handmade in Norway. That's a brand that's been around since 1932. Originated in a very small village in Norway. Still going strong today. And you'll get the polishing cloth, the carrying shipping tube, of course, comes with that, and the knife. But they want you to use it. It's a triple laminated stainless steel, very high polish on the blade, razor sharp, but they do have it perfected. They have that particular blade and edge, well, they've been working on it since 1932, but they really have perfected, and it's kind of top secret on how they make their blades. But I think trying it out is believing. When you actually own one of these and use it, you're going to love them. $10.31.40 on the Hella Harding. We put together a toothpick set for you guys. It's called Prater Pickin' and Grinnin'. And let's see, I had the blue velvet a little bit earlier, didn't I? But this is going to give you 7 of those toothpicks. And these all are the custom Coralons that we have in stock right now. There's a red, white, and kind of a dark green. Silver Rose is the one you're looking at now with the scallop bolsters. Hey, we have Emerald River in there too. The green apple with a lot of that pearl flake, Mardi Gras. Oh, and then Avalanche. Now the Avalanche will be the one that holds up this set. We just have a limited number of those, but I noticed that Avalanche, we were running really low on Avalanche. Avalanche is a white, silver, and gold Coraline. Michael Prater's come out with. Silver Rose has the scalloped bolsters. That was kind of different with that one. Here's the Emerald River. So you're getting a look at these front and back. There's the limited edition tubes that go out with them, and you'll get that certificate of authenticity with every single one too. Definitely puts a different spin on a pocket knife handle because you can't come up with these colors. You can't do this on jig bone handles. That's where Coralon comes into play. You can make all this different. But those are just $22.86 a piece in the 7-piece set. So the whole thing's $160. Item number is 105343. Prater Pickin' and Grinnin' on that. I was listening to a little bluegrass group last night, Pickin' and Grinnin'. Sharps. The Pride Skinners by the Sharps line, $98. Most of these are going to be the 12. Some will be the 10.5, the one with the star. So we'll talk about those here in a second. But razor sharp, good looking. That's the theme with all of our Sharps fixed blades. From day one, when this particular knife line showed up, we all love the knife. We like the look of them, and I mean, they are, get ready for a big knife that's going to be sharp. But when we saw that we can do this for $12.25 a piece, I think we were all amazed. There's the one with the Texas Star. It's a black forest wood handle. It is around a 10.5 inch. You have the Stagalon with stacked wood. This is the new one that just came out, which is the dark walnut with the star. So that was, and I think it's a 12. Speaking of new, I do like these with those engraved guards, pommels, spacers. Then we have the trigger guard that just went around. It has more of a stonewash finish to it. Sharps Pride Skinners, $98. Item number is 105372. $324 in retail value, $98 sale price. It's a pretty big batch of knives. You can buy and resell. Hey, keep in mind, we do have the alligator trapper that I think would help you out. Free shipping if you have the alligator trapper in your box. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome in for you guys who are just now tuning in. Glad to have you here. I'm Sheila Travis. It's Sunday, and The deals just keep rolling. This is the Founding Fathers collection. $45. You will get 4 lockbacks, and all 4 of the knives fit down in that cherry wood display that you see there. But the prize find is there in the center, and it's a pocket watch. And it also has the Founding Fathers there on the watch. And this is what it looks like opened up. That will have Chief Joseph, Crazy Horse, Geronimo, and Sitting Bull. Same as far as the knives go. You do have that scene, the knife scene. It is front and back. And then the cherry wood gift box. And then there are some dates. Also, you can see the dates right there. 1831 to 1890. Chief Joseph, 1840 to 1904. Gosh, I wonder what they would think about 2020. This is only $9 a piece. I do value the detail that you see too in each one of those Founding Fathers. There's Crazy Horse, 1840, 1877. Wow. So he was 37 years old, and we're still talking about him today. What a big impact. For $45, you get it all. The watch, the knives, item number 105296. Definitely a lot of Native American history right there. Chip away, you know, our chip away knives also kind of have that Native American. They always have had that look, and a lot of the detail work and some of the inspiration for the knives definitely goes back to Native American history. The Mystic Leader and the Falling Feather. Those are the 2 frames. This is the Mystic, and it has, all of this is hand carved, flame torched, the brass guard and pommel, tons of detail work right there too. They are both 12-inch fixed blades. And when you just look at the knife and all of that beautiful detail work, they are standouts. This one's very, very different too. They put a lot of emphasis on the blade. Of course, the handle is hand carved and everything, but I do see a lot of unusual things with the blade cutouts that you don't typically see. And it has a pommel on the end that is a black forest wood spike on the pommel. $44.50, the Falling Feather Duo by Chipaway, 105344 item number. Case has very few abalone knives that I can talk about that we have in stock right now. I was, talking to Jeff Daniels the other day. Do you feel like Case is going to get caught up with our order? He said, I don't think they're going to get caught up all year. The company did shut down for quite some time, and we are just trying to do our best to keep everything in circulation. I have 6 of these, but that is a solid, gorgeous abalone handle, and it is the Premium Trapper. It's $224.50. I already knew that the knife was going to be very, very limited. Case stopped making the solid pearl, and they make the solid abalone on a very, very limited basis. So if you have your mind set on something like that for an anniversary, a gift, a birthday, something like that, I only have 6. Do not know when we'll get a restock, or I don't even know if abalone's on the table to be restocked, honestly, because it is just a difficult knife to make. They have to pin it underwater, and it's also a difficult handle to come up with right now. But it's $224.50. It sure is beautiful. 16526 on the Case abalone. Hey, Michael Prater Feather Macaw. This is the only Feather Macaw knife I have for sale on the show, and it is a Sharps fixed blade. Feather macaw is very bright and colorful. And he made this handle, he created this handle based on a feather from the macaw bird. A friend of his actually had one of those birds that he had as a pet. And he said, hey, bring in that feather. When he drops a feather, bring it in. And that was the total inspiration behind the handle. And I think Michael really mastered the colors. But you have this red, orange, blue, green. It is $54.75, 10.5-inch fixed blade, full tank construction, nylon sheath, and I'm down to just $29. So Tequila Sunrise and Feather Macaw, those were the two that really just jumped out at us this year. That were these kind of crazy fun colors, but it has struck a chord with a lot of people, including myself. I do like them. $10.39.18, Michael Prather Feather Macaw, $54.75. We have a showstopper stag, and it is hen and rooster. It's a little Barlow. Typically, when you think of Barlow, you think of those little bigger Barlows, like a 3 3/4. I think this one's 2 3/4. Done in stag, and it's a single blade. It's more of along the line of like an executive Barlow. Showstopper price at $38. 3379 is your item number. So, old pricing, old item number, it's 2 7/8. So when you get a knife restocked, let's just talk about the item number, 3379. Right now we're in the 10,000s. This was in the 3,000s. But we had sold out of this for many years. We just got these back in. And they kept the price, the same price it was years ago, at $38. So that was kind of refreshing. Because it didn't have to be. Because we all know, as the years go by, normally prices go up. This is I have two here with the tree ring mammoth. I think it's the only two left on the show. But this is the 312 hen and rooster trapper with that exotic mammoth handle, tree ring ivory. When they cross-cut it, you see the bands. And the bands tells you about the life of the mammoth. The wider the bands, they had a really good, hearty summer, lots of food to eat. The smaller the bands might have been in the wintertime. I only have 15 of these left. Again, an excellent job matching up front and back. You will get that certificate of authenticity, which tells you a lot about the mammoth. A lot of this mammoth ivory is coming from Siberia. When the ice melts, it's discovered. A lot of it we have to get from the Russian government. You can't just go buy it. It's quite a process. But it's $268 for the trapper, and the cedar gift box comes with that too. This is the only mammoth one we have with the cedar gift box. I thought the box was really neat. So, down to the final 15, item number is 103823 for the trapper. Now, the other one over here is the 5-inch lockback, and it has black jet onyx and these new chevron spacers. This is a painted pony, so it'll come on that painted pony stand. It's $585, and I only have 4 of those left. But that is on a Winchester 5-inch lockback, and I bet it dates back to, let's see, that's a 95. So the frame itself dates back to 95. You got a 25-year-old frame here. Michael Prater did the custom mammoth handle. You will get the Winchester leather sheath to go along with it. and the Painted Pony stand. Also, it'll get you into the drawing, the drawing that we're having on August the 2nd. So maybe you'll win the Painted Pony Sequoia Trapper that we're giving away on August the 2nd. It's a possibility. When you buy any Painted Pony, your name automatically goes into the drawing. Chip away. I have a new design to show you. And this one does have the hand carving in the center. Whoa, sorry about that. Thank you, Gage. And you know, on the previous one that I was looking at had brass here. This one will have the stainless steel embossed garden pommel. The top of the blade, they did a double finish on that. The top of it has that lasering, the etching done on the top. Chip away quality leather sheath, 12 inches for $18.75. Whoa, I didn't expect that. I expected like 24. That's $18.75. Man, I do like the look of it. I like it even more now that I know the price. But it's called the Black Star, and item number is 105356. It does have that black forest wood on the handle. Here's the free shipping knife, and it's our alligator jig trapper for $22.50. And that means if you order that knife, then you get everything in your box sent to your house with free shipping. So you could have a big box, it could weigh 500 pounds, not a problem if the trapper's in the box. Item number is 105347 on the free shipping trapper. We change it up every single week. We bring you a knife that will qualify you for free shipping, and it's your lucky week. I do like that alligator trapper. And this is the Hella Egan. I love this handle. This is a birch handle. You can see that color variation, but also the natural wood grain that just makes the knife gorgeous. It's a little under 9 inches. It's $129.95. These are handmade in Norway through the Hella brand, and that actually originated in 1932, a little small village in Norway, still making knives today. And it's a triple laminated steel blade. They have this really high-end leather sheath that goes along with it too. And I only have 25 of these left, so this might be one of the last shows. It probably is the last show that I'll be able to have this on. But you'll get a polishing cloth, leather sheath, and then this Egan Skinner for $129.95. I do have one other Skinner by that brand, and it's the only two that I have here on the show. But they want you to carry this knife and use it. I know it is really, really good looking, and I would be a little protective of it, but the way it's made, the durability, the quality, I don't think I could pass up on using it. They are razor sharp and excellent. Handmade in Norway, 103141, only 25 calls on that, and it will be sold out. Hen & Rooster has come out with several new Deer Stag pocket knives. This one is just $41.50. So I'm going to say this one's probably the lowest priced Hen & Rooster I have on the show in Stag. $41.50. It's the 303 frame. It's 2 3/4 on the size. It does, of course, have that traditional Hen & Rooster shield. And it's a little tiny shield, actually. Brass liner. 3-blade Stockman, but it's one to have in your pocket, like if you are an executive, no problem. If you go to a construction site every day, no problem. It's just going to be a very easy knife to carry. You probably won't even know that it's in your pocket, but you will have the benefit of the 3 blades, the Stag, the Hen & Rooster quality, all of those benefits like that come along with Hen & Rooster. So as you are shopping with us, remember about the free shipping knife we talked about too. Hey, this was a surprise. Isn't that a pretty knife? This is a case. Michael Prater with his Prater Jasper, Wild Horse Jasper on the handle. And it is a 3-inch toothpick. This, to me, is one of the best handles that I think he utilizes. I've seen it a couple of times. Like we had it on a 4-blade Congress. We had it on a 5-inch lockback one time in a trapper. This is on a toothpick, but it does have the Damascus blades, the Devin Thomas Bird's Eye Damascus custom blade. That knife goes through a lot of different hands. Of course, Case makes the frame. Michael Prater does the custom handle. Devin Thomas, he makes the blade. To think about all the labor that's gone into that knife, and it's just $96.75. Now, retail's $199.95. We've come across these in the vault. There are 16, and if you like it, get it quick because they go that fast. That particular Wild Horse Jasper. And you can see why it's loved so much there. 59750 on the toothpick. Kershaw, we were able to get some new Kershaws in. Thank you so much, Jeff Daniels. I know he works hard on that. This is that 1620. It's the Speed Safe technology, but look at the green. Olive drab, OD green. It's the 3.5-inch. They are fast, speedy knives, razor sharp, ready to work. You can open the knife with one-handed, which is, I know, a very important factor for folks who work. And because if you're busy with one hand, you just want to get your blade open. You can lock this, and I think that's another excellent aspect to this knife. So you can lock it opened up, or just slide that over, and as you're carrying it, you don't have to worry about the knife opening up in your pocket. Oops, sorry about that, Gage. Just threw it off the table. So the Speed Safe technology with the lock on the back, it's $59.95, and that is in the OD green, I think. And I know we have a blue one and a purple one also in stock. Castilla Bacote, I believe is how you say that. It's $120. Item number is 105312, and these are handmade in Spain. This also kind of come in about the same time as the Hella knives, but handmade in Spain. This one does also have the spear point blade, comes with a leather sheath, and it also has a fine touch-up stone that will be going out the door with it. The Castilla knives, they're made in this little town, Albacete, and their hashtag is carry some history. So they started making the Castilla knives in the Middle Ages, continues today, folks. And so you know they have honed the perfection of making that. I do like the way they have done that extra file work on the spine of the knife. There is a leather lanyard on the back. Handmade in Spain, handcrafted to meet the modern demands of everyday use. Albacete, and that's really like in a historic center of the knife making craft in Spain. But item number is 105312 on that. Hey, have you seen the Cougar, the Hen and Rooster Cougar that just came out? It's almost 6 inches, $38.75. We have this in the Cougar, which is obviously this brown hardwood handle, and we also have it in the Panther, which is a black linen micarta. So you might want to ask the operator about the other one too. We have it set up to come up here in a second, but they both are out there. It's the same frame, different handle, full tank construction. Item number is 105333. The Cougar, and it's a palm skinner giving you a lot of leverage. You can see how that is made to put some pressure down on that when you are using that as a skinning knife, and it's just the right weight. The design and get a lot of work out of a knife like that. But, I mean, it's not a massive knife, but it's really all you need right there. Here's the vintage Viking ox horn. This was another one that we discussed today, and it's low quantity. The reason it has a low quantity is because the ox horn drinking cup that you see there in the center, that is a bonus item, and we only had, I believe it was 100 of those that came in. So this is going to be what's holding up this set. And it's only in this set, by the way. But it's a vintage, old world style, and it's a genuine ox horn, old-fashioned drinking cup. So that's your bonus item. You get 6 pocket knives to go along with it, and they're all Ocoee River. The 5-inch lockback, you saw that. I know it's more of the black color, but you can see on this drinking cup how you might get the tan or the black or the white. It just varies. There's a Stockman in here. We have a canoe with the crimp bolsters, cigar-style whittler, slimline trapper with the lasered bolsters, a razor saddle horn trapper, and back to that Stockman. Every single one's different. I mean, you can see on there how you do have the lighter colors, and that's what I enjoy about ox horn. Natural horn handle materials, really ox horn, buffalo horn, or stag. You got this natural beauty. Vintage Viking ox horn set, $74. So 6 pocket knives, 1 bonus, genuine ox horn drinking cup. Item number is 105300. 105300, 74 bucks. Hey, you guys want to see the best seller of the weekend, and it's real easy to see why. And this one is called Shadow Ops. Item number is 105373. 11 pieces for $98.75. So every knife that you see on that table is just $8.98. You have this battle axe as one of the items in here for $8.98. And then and it's like a pickaxe, throwing axe style on this one here with a tooled out blade. They have that special coating on the stainless steel too. I refer to it as like a Teflon type coating. And that is going to be on the 2 that you see there, the axes. Okay, they also fall into the 15-inch category. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knives on this table that are 15 inches. And then you have 2 that are 13 and a half. And then you have 3 that's going to be a 12 or 12 and a half. The majority are in that 15-inch category for $8.98 piece. Shadow Ops is exactly what you think, with the blacked out blades, the black rubber sure grip handle. You're going to get some hard case sheaths, and then we also have the nylon sheaths. So both of those are going to be utilized. But the retail value is over $400. It's $406.91 in retail value. Shadow Ops, $1053.73. That's such a bargain buy, especially if you buy and resell. That's one I'd put on my list. Check that buoy out right there, the 15-inch buoy. Man, that's a whopper of a knife for $8. Now, when I see these big collections, I know that's going to come in a big box and it's going to be kind of heavy. Add the trapper. That will give you free shipping. It's really to help you guys out. You get a trapper, and then you also get free shipping on your entire order if you have that alligator jig trapper. Item number is 1053.47. It is $22.50 for an alligator jig trapper. But think about how much it's going to save you on the Shadow Ops. And you get a knife. And then you can add more things to your order, and everything will be sent to your house with free shipping. So you can just keep loading up the box if you want. Howard Choice Painted Pony. This is $398 for the Our Choice Painted Pony. When we get down to really low quantity on a lot of our painted ponies, we'll put them together in a batch like you see here. We will drop the price. A lot of these were $4.50, $5.50 on the sale price. But on the Our Choice Painted Pony, everything on the table is $398. We may have sold down to just one or two of those items now left in stock, so we just move them out basically. Some of these are going to be Winchesters, some of these will be case knives. These jumbo painted ponies, these are painted pony frames, but that is an 8-inch handle. This toothpick also, 8-inch toothpick, has the banded chrysocolla, the black jet onyx. There's blue lapis on this table. Here's a case trapper with that bird's eye Damascus. So that one's going out to somebody. You will get these samples and more. Check that out. That's like a 5.5-inch swing guard Winchester. There's another with the turquoise. Hey, do we have the free gift? Okay, it's back here. Hold on. There it is. When you purchase one of these knives, I want to show you something else that will be free, and it's the Feather Macaw two-blade Barlow. And so the agreement was made. If you purchase an Our Choice Painted Pony, this knife is a free gift, a free bonus item with every one of these. So if you ordered 2 or 3 painted ponies, you would get the Feather Macaw Barlow with every single one. Our Choice Painted Pony, item number is 103886, $398. It's a $1,600 retail value with every single knife, and you've got the option to order that, get it at home. Hey, if it's not the one you wanted, send it back, maybe talk to the operator and then coordinate and get the one you did. But that is $1038.86, saving you hundreds of dollars, really. The Night Silence, we have a dealer pack, dealer dozen of the Night Silence. This has been a frame that it's probably been 5 years since I have seen this particular frame. It was our Silence series, and we carried it in a couple of different handles that I remember. Now, this is one in rootwood, but it seems like I vaguely remember a ram's horn and a black. But anyway, this is the only dealer dozen. Solid metal frame, $5. So we're down to the final 46. It's a one and done because this is overstock that we can say thank you to George for. He was kind of holding on to these items. He is now retired. George retired a couple weeks ago. Couldn't believe it. He's been here for, I think it was like 16 years. But when he retired, we were able to gather up some of the items that he kind of squirreled away for some of the dealers that he worked with. But $5 a night. I'm going to resell that at $15 at least because they just look that good. That's a 4.5-inch. The Silence series, very smooth operating knives. Standard. No, these are assisted opening, aren't they? I was thinking they were standard. That was one of the other things. When the Silence series came about, I think that's when we first started seeing assisted opening knives. Cool. It was a flash from the past. I think you'll like it in the rootwood, no doubt. $1053.68. Dealer dozen. Spirit Hunters by Chipaway. And this collection offers the new designs that just came out, the hand carving, that very gorgeous detail. Love that one right there with the sapphire blue and the cocobolo spacers. The center portion, they start out white smooth bone, but then they dye them. So you might have the brown or the green, all of those. They even do a blue and a red. These are all going to be the 12-inch. Check out the detail on the guard too. Every single one's going to have a file guard, like the green that you see there in the hourglass design. And then the very small checkering detail. So those really fine, small details is what I've been noticing in the new styles that just came out. Look at that S-guard, how they filed that. These are $21.22 a piece. It's called the Spirit Hunters, and they are handmade chip-away buoys, 12-inch fixed blades, $84.88. Everything about that particular one, the way that the blade is curved, the handle, and then the colors that they put together, that's a win-win in my opinion. $10.53.53. And we have an option, we have a way for you to get free shipping too. You don't have to worry about, oh man, those are big knives, they're gonna be heavy. Yes, they are. Pretty big box. I mean, those are all 12-inch fixed blades. But if you have this trapper in your box, you don't even have to think twice about shipping, because this means you're gonna get free shipping on your entire order. It's the alligator jig trapper. It is $22.50. Item number is 105347. That's your ticket to free shipping. Carousel time. Write these item numbers down. We spend about 60 seconds on each one. Don't have a lot of time, but there may be several that you want to get. This is a premium trapper by Case, and it's done in the 24 karat gold Coralon. That's what he calls that. This is also the slanted bolster series, which has the premier edition, 1 in 2,500 that will be lasered on the blade. 24 karat gold is this, bright gold. I see a little bit of black in all of the ones that I have seen. It's just kind of breaking up the gold. But if you know somebody that might be having a 50th wedding anniversary, looking for a gift item, that is $69.95. Item number is 46872 on that premium trapper, $69.95. Speaking of gold, the Golden Ruby was also a limited production knife. It was even more limited than the 2,500. They only made 1,200 of this one. Golden Ruby Peanut Custom Coralon is that ruby red and gold. And this one has the square jaw bolsters, which was the first line that came out. The slanted bolster that we saw in the 24 karat gold was the second generation. That is $46.88. Item number is 100511. And that master blade is going to be lasered also. The Golden Ruby Peanut, 100511. Small Texas toothpick. Oh, this is in the Stag. Take note of the Stag knives that come through here by Case, because this has that red Stag that's now embargoed. They can't make these knives anymore. We're getting the last of in the red Stag. That is $76.30. It is a standard 3-inch toothpick with that genuine red Stag on the handle. Item number is 12744. There's just a couple of opportunities with Stag and Case. I think maybe I saw a canoe today too. But, they came out with Bone Stag, which looks really, really similar, but this is genuine red Stag, now embargoed, can't get it in the company, can't use it on knives. It's just the last of 12744. Here's the Case XX stained glass trapper, which is a 3D laser etch. They do this very unique color wash treatment to the knife. It's a process I would enjoy watching in the process, because I would like to know how they separate the colors. But it looks just like a stained glass window. And this was the cross, it's front and back. They made a cross, a dove, angel wings, and the prayer trapper. All of them are sold out except for the cross. It's $108, $1032.50. But it really was a pretty neat new type of knife that they were making with the 3D laser etch and the color wash. Case Lollipop. All right, Lollipop, I remember. I'm going to put it in the top 10. Michael Prater, I'd say he has close to 100 Coralon handles now, but this was one that was in the first 10, I think, that he ever made. And probably one of his top 10 sellers now. Lollipop is this beautiful blue, and there's always a little hint of bubblegum pink that you'll see in that custom core line. It is $48.50. Item number is 47254. It does have the lasering on the blade here too. Premier Edition. One of 2,500, part of that slant bolster series, 47254. Now the burnt purple tribal jig, this was one that I remember from 2019, and I'll never forget this knife. It was one that Case came out with, and when they did that unusual tribal jig, the way that it looks kind of crisscrossed on the handle there, kind of reminds me of a flower. And then they flame torched the edges. That's where the burnt part comes in. And the purple, you just don't see a lot of purple knives. But it does have the bold XX on the bolster. They didn't use a shield, which I don't blame them. I don't think I would interrupt the tribal jig either. It is $65.99. Item number is 103528. Okay, this is another in the red stag where Case had this on hand. They have used all that they have, and that is now embargo. Can't get any more. But they had enough, obviously, to make this little pocket hunter. It's $92.43. And the pocket hunter is one that you really need to keep on your radar if you are a Case collector. This is the knife that they're going to discontinue around probably November. That's kind of how they did the Barlow. They will stop making it. They'll shut down production on the little pocket hunter, even though it just came out this year. But this is going to be their vault knife. And they'll put this in the vault for 2020. It'll sit there in the vault for 5-10 years. They might release it briefly again, and it'll go right back in the vault. This one is $92.43. Now, we have rounded up all the pocket hunters that we have left in stock, and I'm going to show you, is it 4 or 5 here, back to back. So Case collectors, write those item numbers down, 105306 for the red stag. This one is done in maple. Same little pocket hunter, 2 3/4. And I believe it's the only one with a hardwood handle. Obviously, we just saw the stag. They do make a lot in the jig bone, but this is the maple. $71.30. Item number is 105314. And as far as pricing goes, a lot of the ones done in the jig bone are, $50, $60. This one's $71.30 for the maple. And they did go with a pewter shield on this particular one. The Caribbean blue. See, I think this one's gorgeous. And it also has a saw cut jig, but that crystal clear Caribbean blue jig bone handle, it's $58.63. That's one of the most affordable ones in the line. But it's all about what that knife, there's a good possibility that knife will double, triple in value. Same scenario with the Barlows. We're frantically, and they're just not out there. You're not going to find a Case Barlow right now because they put them in the vault. And we sold through every single one that we had. So that same scenario is going to be happening. I think the pocket, honestly, in my opinion, I do think these little pocket hunters will be even more popular than the Barlow. They are cute as can be. Love the frame as far as the design and everything. They're 2 3/4. They're made just like the big folding hunters, but on a smaller scale. This raspberry, I noticed, has the fluted bolster, which I don't think any of the other pocket hunters do. They've kind of done some variations in the little pocket hunters too, and that might be the one thing that sets that knife apart 10 years down the road, that even makes it more collectible and more valuable. You see the fluting, the crimping on the bolster? They did the bold double X on the shield. It is $62.70. Item number is 105030. And when you think about case, we've seen amber jig bone a lot, and they have a amber also. I think it's next, Drew. Right there. So that's white smooth bone. It's jigged. It's in that amber traditional color, $57.30. Item number is 105332. Okay, did the raspberry, it had 2 blades, right? Okay, I was like, am I seeing things? So this one only has 1. See, there's another variation in what they're doing, but it's the same little pocket hunter. It's the same size, the 2 3/4. This one just has the single blade. I'm glad we have these back to back because you can see those little fine variations and details that, when they're scattered out, you don't really pick up on it. And then the last one and this one, the grand finale of the pocket hunters, this is abalone, genuine abalone. I was kind of surprised that they made one of these because I know how difficult abalone is. I know their stance on abalone at the moment, and they're kind of picky about it. There's only 5. It's $136.75. So pretty. Genuine abalone front and back. And they did the case double X on the bolster. Hey, Drew, does that have the 10 dots? I'm assuming it does, but it's on the second blade in the back. I'm pretty sure it does. It does. Okay. We'll get a closer inspection. They kind of get lost with the other blade, but almost positive. But again, there's only 5. Item number for the abalone is 105320. This is that hen and rooster. Okay, Drew just said yes. He opened it up all the way. You can see it does have the 10 dots. This is the pearl gunboat for $98.75, and that is hen and rooster. It's a 4.5-inch whopper of a gunboat canoe for $98.75. And what they did on this one, they did the mother of pearl. It does have a clear cut over it. That's how they're able to get that shield on there. And you see the pins and all of that. Item number is 105176. So we've seen stag in the gunboat canoe. We have had the red flame stitch and now pearl. And one more for you guys, for hen and rooster stag collectors. This is the true lobster, and it has the 2 blades, a little lobster claw frame on one side. They went with the teardrop stainless steel bolsters and kept the price at its original pricing for $58. That would fall into a slimline executive style pocket knife line. 105305. Item number for $58. All right. And I wanted a few of you guys to be able to get this, and I say a few because that's all we have left in stock. There's only 6. This was an anniversary collector set, and it was the 130th anniversary of Case. This is a show exclusive. You can't find this anywhere else. We teamed up with Case and actually had a little input on the handle material. I know Jeff Daniels worked on that. This is Golden Age antique jig bone, and they made that handle only for the 130th anniversary knives. There's the one and only Barlow by Case that I have on the show because they are in the vault. But you will get the Barlow. You will get all 8 that were made. This is the complete set, all 8 of these. We have the toothpick, and these are dated with Roman numeral dating. So instead of your typical Case dating, this has the Roman numerals for 130th anniversary. Premium trapper, medium-sized trapper, stockman, swing guard cheetah, peanut, See, we saw the toothpick. Which one did I leave out? Did I cover them all? Oh, muskrat. There's the muskrat down in the corner. Now, along with the 8 knives, let's talk about what else you get, because all the items that you see sitting around it come with it. You will get the display, which is a display valued at $150. It's free. You're getting the 8 knives, bonus display. We're going to give you the case polishing paste, which is around a $20 value. This is your case honing oil. Keep the joints of the knife working good. And then we have the little chamois cloth, the case paste also. $971.54 in retail value. Your sale price is $598. The Case Golden Age 130th Anniversary Collection, which we only have 6 of those sets left in stock. This is another new hand-carved chip away, but it's got the beautiful blue handle. The back portion is bone that's been hand carved. Then you have that sapphire wood. You do have the brass S-guard and pommel. This is another one of the 12-inch skinners. And it's called the Rain Dancer. But I definitely noticed the blade design and how that is a standout, very unusual blade design by Chipaway. Leather sheath's worth $20, folks. It's $22.50 for the fixed blade and the leather sheath. $10.53.60 item number. Don't forget about my backdoor special. I have a BOGO buy backdoor special for our Sunday viewers. This is Mother of Pearl, Michael Prater. It's called the Pearl Buck. I actually have one of these coffee mugs at home. Comes along with it. That's an extra item. But the knife itself is a Hen and Rooster genuine Mother of Pearl 3.5-inch trapper. And it has the big buck lasered. I'm going to turn it this way. Look at that monster of a deer. But now the pearl on this particular knife is a solid slab of pearl. Ooh, look at all that rainbow iridescent color. And Michael lasered on that pearl. I wouldn't have wanted that job. I've been scared to death I was going to damage that pearl. But he has lasered on the pearl. We're going to toss in the coffee mug with the big buck. I think I lost that piece of paper. Oh, this is my backdoor special. This is your Black Magic. It is a Civil Horse Stoneworks 3 3/4 lockback with the scallop bolsters. Has the black and white marble style handle. Okay, and then you also have the red and the blue turquoise. $17.87. Item number is 1052.98. Steel Warrior used to be the only brand that made the Choctaw, but wow, look at what Civil Horse Stoneworks, they took it to the next level with that different handle and the scalloped bolsters. Retail's over $100. Item number is 1052.98. So earlier today, Jim Frost was here in the warehouse. I said, hey, can I do a special for our Sunday viewers? And he said, yeah. I said, well, can I sell this knife for $9.98? He said, yeah. And so I grabbed it, ran out the back door, added another one to it. It's a BOGO. Item number is 1052.41. If you want to get my backdoor Sunday special, it's like $9.98. Item number is 1052.41. They are 3-inch lockbacks in the green jig bone, and they are Steel Warrior, valued at $20 a piece for under $10. So that was fun. This is the Case Golden Ruby Trapper. We had the peanut just a second ago. This does have the squared bolsters, but the thing about the golden ruby, out of all the Coralons that we have seen by Michael Prater, this is the only Coralon that was limited to 1,200. All the others were 2,400. This was a one of 1,200. It's $49.95 on the 3.5 inch, and it's that medium-sized trapper, 3.5 inch golden ruby. It's ruby red with obviously that gold swirled together to make a beautiful Coralon by Prater. Anytime you purchase a Prater item on the show, your name goes into the drawing also. That's 6389. We'll have that drawing on August the 2nd. We're going to find out the winners of these two Prater knives that we have here sitting on the show. How about a clearance buy? Chip away clearance, $19.75. Now we could sell this for more, but every week we pick a chip away knife and put it on sale. And this is one of the new designs that just came out. Jim didn't have to put this on clearance. It's not something we've had on the shelf for 10 years. I mean, they just came in. It's that hourglass custom hand carving. They have a black forest wood, emerald wood spacer, S-guard leather sheath. It's called the Thunderbird. It's our Thunderbird chip away clearance. 12-inch fixed blade, $19.75. Chip away clearance. We're going to run through some of those specials here in just a little bit. I know we're getting close on time. How about the chip away skinners that this would fall into like a deer skinning category, like the one we just had, the clearance, it's a 12-inch. The ones we have on the table, those are 7 to 8 inches, like 7 1/4, 7 1/2, 7 3/4, 8. There may be one 8 1/4. These are full tank construction. And get this, you get the leather sheath and the chip away knife for $9.67 a piece. One of the ones that you have in the mix is this gut hook. So these are also hand carved and flame torch. It starts off white smooth bone, but the end result, you know, there's so much work. You can see the work that's gone into this knife. I love it, $9.67. Some of these will have the finger grooves. Some will be this pretty sleek design that you see right there. But they're all full tang. Boy, that has like a spike blade. But with deer season coming up, or if you are maybe going camping or hiking, these are great because of the size. It's not a big, bulky knife. It's not a 12 or 15-inch Bowie. They are the 7 and 8-inch deer skinners. $10.49.55. The torch bone by Chip Away. If you like that frame, I also have it in green apple Appaloosa and a sky blue bone handle. So those are also options, and they're all the same price. If you're buying and reselling, that'd be a good option too to put in your store so you have stock. This is a 5-inch lockback with a leather sheath, has God Family Country lasered on the handle. 104746 is your item number. White smooth bone 5-inch lockback. This is the Steel Warrior Badger, and it has a black forest wood handle. It's about a 4.5-inch on the handle. Fast assisted opening knife. It is only $15.20. Item number is 105027 on the Black Badger. Now, the exotic Santa Fe liquidation. We went from $120 to $75. We are liquidating that particular line, and you're going to end up with a beautiful knife. You're either, we'll get the mammoth. Some of these were made with black jet onyx and mammoth. Some were made with pearl and turquoise and black jet onyx. Either way, they're both, we both sold them at $120. This is your Kentucky Christmas in July. It is a Kentucky 5-blade in the Caribbean blue for $9.88. Item number is 105188. It's basically a 4-blade Congress with that extra blade, making it that Kentucky 5-blade. And we have this one in motion for fall. It's the white oak camo tack. It is a 4.5-inch tactical clip on the back. It is a standard opener too, and it is $10.88. Item number is 105283 with the white oak. It is a cushion grip camo. This is Jim's quick BOGO buy for $10. Item number is 105386. Again, in that Caribbean blue steel wear quality for $10. 105386 item number. And then this is the knife I think everybody needs to get. It is the alligator jig trapper. It is a steel-wear premium trapper, and you want it because it means you get free shipping on everything. Free shipping on your box. It's $22.50. Item number is 105347. Just have it in the box, and you don't have to worry about shipping. And it's tremendous if you are buying dealer dozens, fixed blades, or you have 20 different things in your box, and the weight adds up, but you don't have to worry about it if you have the free shipping trapper. Elite Force for our dealers. Anybody can buy this set. You can be a dealer, basically, when you buy a set like this. It's a 4.5-inch tactical. Reminds me a lot of the Aggressor frame that we carried, but this is an assisted opening. Just push open on the thumb stud. It is a Jim Frost design, 5-inch with the clip on the back, the Elite Force. And you get a complete dealer dozen. They're only $6 a piece. You're looking at that knife, and I know the wheels are probably turning. Okay, what am I going to resell that at? $15, $16.75? That sounds good. How about $16.75? You only have $6. That means you're making $10.75 off of every single knife. It is a 5. No, it says a 4.5. I thought they were 5. I'm going to double check that. I really thought it was bigger. But to get an assisted open, nope, they're right, it's 4.5. To get an assisted opening tactical for $6, it's special. I try to bring you guys the most accurate information I can, and sometimes I just want to double check. Sandstorm by Chipaway, $24.95. This one's all about the detail. You can see how that upper edge of the blade has all that extra detail. That's not typical. The handle, that would take forever to do that because it's done by hand, and then they've also filed the brass guard, but this again is a 12-inch, has that combination of the brown and a little bit of that golden yellow color I see in there too. This is $24.95. It's called the Sandstorm by Chipaway. Item number is 105358. Item number. So I know that we've gone through a lot of the specials. Just kind of keep those in mind. God's World Tactical, it's here in front of me. And if you want one of those, it's like $12.88 on the God's World Tac. Item number is 1052.95 if you want this tactical. Ask your operator about that new BOGO buy for Sunday that we rounded up. Surprise. Item number is 1052.41 on the BOGO buy. For these green lockbacks, you get 2 of them for $9.98. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great work week. It's been a good show. I'll see you back here in a couple of days.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Hope you're all staying cool. It's a little bit warm out here in the sinuses. Goodness gracious. Y'all have to bear with me, folks. If I sound terrible, well, I may not feel as bad as I sound. But anyway, this one is one you're going to be wanting to pay attention to, folks. We have just an absolute array of some merchandise that I know I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it as well. We're going to do a free shipping item. This is compliments and, thanks to George. That was the old, the green was the, that green bone in that Steel Warrior Trapper was the crocodile bone. This is the alligator. That's what I'm calling it, if I remember it right. You know why? Because it's been a long, long time. Alligator bone, that's right around 2017. So we got several years in age, but they don't spoil. They were all put back for a company that had some displays. So Steel Warrior, alligator bone. It's going to be our free shipping and handling knife. It's $22.50. There are none of these that are being manufactured. No are being produced right now. The stock that we have has been put back for a retail chain. So when you order CCN 105347, put one on your invoice at $22.50. It's a heck of a knife to start out with, and hard to get. And you're going to receive free freight with all the product that you may wish to have on your invoices to go along with that knife. We'll pay it all to the lower 48 states, and we'll be doing that ground freight. We're still continuing with this giveaway that's taking place. We got several. We have a Michael Prater Painted Pony giveaway. We have a website giveaway on a Winchester. The one coming up first, and it's going to be here before you know it's August the 2nd. When you purchase a Michael Prater product of any kind, it's irrelevant what a brand is. You purchase one, you're going to be put in for a drawing. It's going to take place August the 2nd. You'll be receiving the one and only prototype Folding Hunter of Devil's Canyon Coraline. All right, that is on the left. When you purchase a painted pony, that is a painted pony on your right. Many of you probably never even seen one of those. It's been a long time since I have. Michael had it. It's the Sequoia Trapper that's done in malachite on a bullet frame and beautiful saltwater mother of pearl. So we're going to give both of those knives away August the 2nd. Those of you that buy Painted Ponies and Michael Praters, well, you're going to be in the running for both of them. The next one's September 4th. It's a little far off, but there's still time to send in a self-addressed stamped envelope because there is no purchase necessary for a 24-year-old Winchester premium full-size sunfish, and that is done with a Buffalo Head Shield 1095 carbon. All handmade Winchester 24 years ago. You can register at Cutlery Corner. Like I said, you can send in a self-addressed stamped envelope, but any item that you purchase that you make an order on here at Cutlery Corner Network, well, by gosh, folks, I tell you what, you don't have to worry about it. You're going to be in the run for that one. 104746. This has just been an absolute outstanding item for our customers. So many repeat sales taking place on this. It's a good knife. And it's only $16.75, and it's God, Family, and Country, and that's all done on all natural white smooth bone. That's a good-looking work, some artwork that they did, and it's going to come with a leather sheath, $105,283, $10.88. That's the old fall foliage camo. That is a really, really, really nice outdoor tactical fixed blade style of a folding hunter, basically. And then you got a little micro serration on the bottom portion. You got a little thumb rest that's been tooled in on the top. You got liner lock, and you got some real nice camo, and you got a real nice price at only $10.88. Well, $105,295. In God's world, all lives matter, folks. In God's world, all lives matter. That's blue titanium plated. It's also being purchased, whether we show it or not. You have the cross and you have the Jesus, a picture of Jesus on it at $12.88. But it's all stainless steel and it's titanium plated in the blue. 105,328. These are assisted opening. This is an old frame, folks. Hadn't seen one of these until here just recently. That we got to pull out from inventory we'd been holding for a company. Been a long time. Having both of those available. They're big old knives too. Those are 5-inch frames. 5-inch frames. I do believe that's either it's G10, might even be lending my car to folks. It's been so long since I've seen them. You know what? I kind of forgot. $14.93. You're receiving both of those. $138 price tag. Those good old folks down at Southern Grind. Zach Brown, country music star, award-winning, has a knife company down there. He is a bladesmith himself, and those are some of the finest, baddest throwing axes we've ever had on this show that I've ever had the opportunity to even sell, talk to you about, folks. $138 all four. 8670M German steel from Sawmill Blades, big old industrial sawmill blades. That Kydex sheath holds both of them. That's the original special sale price, $138, and $75 on 105041. He's just done something else with this one. When I say he, I'm referencing to Jim Frost. This is going to be Hen and Rooster. It's going to be Santa Fe, Mammoth. There's no telling what all you're going to have, but you're going to have something beautiful. There are also knives that are a few of them enough that he's still using that we've never even had on the show before. A really good price, a really good discounted price of $75. 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. If there is any reason whatsoever, folks, you're not happy, you can send anything that you purchase on this show back. Have no problem with it at all. We want you to be satisfied. Let me move that out of the way so it don't get in my way. There we go. Look that up, Sweep Skinner, Jim's pick. That's a beautiful brown sugar bone, top grade hand tan leather sheath. Look at the steel on that. That brush finish, nice deep grind, almost sharp finger stylish. Got a little half pommel. Hilt that's done in brass. The pommel's done in brass. Some beautiful rich walnut. Just a nice skinny knife. You know, hunting season. Deer, those of you that like to go outdoors and hunt, it is right around the corner. I mean, this month of July, basically it's half over with. We've got a special archery segment that'll open up for a weekend next month. Then we go full blown in September with archery. We're already selling a lot of hunting knives. Stock up on them, folks, for $12.88. Just look at that knife. Look at that beautiful bone. And a leather sheath is probably $8 or $9. That's just a good deal, as all the Jim Pick price knives and the prices are. It's 105350. Grab up that free freight knife too, folks. That alligator bone. Steel Warrior Trapper, a nice leather sheath coming along with that chip away knife at $12.88. 1875. Yeah, I believe that's what it originally sold for. That's what it looks like in that sheath. All right, I'll get going. All right. Gotta get myself all situated, folks. Got knives everywhere. Boy, those of you that remember that is the original version of a Howling Wolf. $18.75. Lo and behold, just the sheer amount of steel. Add one to your order. Take advantage of that price. $18.75. 15 years ago, it was a $199 retail knife. Now there's just not a whole heck of a lot of them that are ever being made. That is just all blade. Look at that unique tooling that they've done on the top. The guard's done in all stainless steel. It's Tiger Eye frostwood handle on that one. At that $18.75 on both sides. You know, it's a laminated hardwood handle. All right, each layer's impregnated with a different color. And then when you start sanding and grinding, well, all of those colors come out. 16 inches in length, folks. That is a big old knife. You got a ballistic style belt sheath that's going to come along with that one at that $18.75 price tag. That's a winner at $18.75. That's a lot of knife. A good display knife too. If you got pocket knives around it, $105, $351 at only $18.75 on that one. I'll try to keep those blades away from you, Gage, but sometimes I have a tendency just to put them down the wrong way, pointing at you. That's going to be hand-carved hand-carved bone chip away, emerald wood, silver wood. All of the carving, the torching, everything that you see is done completely by hand. It's only $19.75. That is a brass pommel. This rat tails, in other words, that blade as it extends through this handle, it's going to taper down, and then that's the end cap. That's where it's capped off, kind of like a rasp or a file. Nonetheless, full tang on it. That's 420, high carbon HC. Stainless steel. You got one that's about 12 inches in the overall length. You're going to have a $10+ leather sheath. Wholesale now, minimum $10+ on that double stitch. Look at the thickness of it. You get all of this. That beautiful knife that's very, very functional. They just made it look good. And the leather sheath for only $19.75. And it's a heck of a brand name too. It's 105 352. Chip away clearance. Now this knife's going to come back into stock. We just use that term. That just means when you see it on the show, that's going to mean sale. That's going to mean special. Yeah, I told you, fixed blades. That's what they're buying them up, folks. This is from a company that's been in existence since 1932. These are the Hellas. These are one amazing knives. We went for a great length of period without having one of these. This sheath's all completely hand done with saddle oil, saddle grease, completely handmade, supple, broke in. And then you're going to have that incredible blade. Very simplistic looking at. You can look at that on your television, folks, however you're watching us. That's a working tool. They want you to use this knife. You'll see in the brochure that's going to come along with it, they urge you to use their knives. They do have a trade secret in their company, all handmade. They do not disclose what steels that they use. There are three. You have a soft steel, a hardcore steel, and then the soft layer again. Three, it's laminated 3 times. This handle, the craftsman goes and cuts it, and then they oil it, and they sand, and they oil more, and they polish, and they do it until, well, they come to the conclusion that's as beautiful as they're going to be able to make it. These are incredible, incredible knives. Comes with the polishing cloth in the tube. If you've never tried one of these out and you're wanting a gift for someone who's an outdoor person or just uses a knife a lot, a good quality, extremely sharp knife, well, I'm holding one right now. That's good stuff, folks. We only have about 40 of these left. That's 103-141 on the Hella. Oh, look at this kickstart, 54 frame trapper. Stainless steel pocket clip, $157.50. That's color wash bone, red, white, and blue, the stars and the stripes. It's basically almost like a lasering process. It's down into the bone handle now. The kickstart, well, that's the fast operation. It's going to open that blade up, just like an assisted opening knife. This is just Case's version. You have USA printed on the blade. Now on the reverse side, sorry about that, guys. On the reverse side, you're just going to have the traditional, the white smooth bone. Excuse me. There we go. Get all my stuff. White smooth bone. Not a great deal of these left either. Very, very, very patriotic brand. Very, very patriotic handle. $233 is what I'm showing. This is going to tally up to on the retail end. It's 103-287 at $157.50. Oh, look at what is in stock. Many of you have picked up. I just saw about 3 of the big gunboat mammoth tree ring molar knives that were left a while ago. This is that gunboat, and this is how it came in from Hen and Rooster. Look at that beautiful green bone. Look at that oversized Hen and Rooster shield. That's a big, large canoe, folks. It's just got Stockman blade configuration other than the big spear point right there. It's 4116 steel from Germany. It's only $78.50 is all this knife is going to cost you. I'm going to close it up. Listen to this. That's how they're supposed to sound. Look at the thickness of this frame. A classic, true, original version of a gunboat. You know what we're going to have in just a moment? A few minutes, we're going to make it available for the very first time in Stag. This is the very first time I've ever been able to show this knife to you in green bone. Other than I've shown the pattern and the old tree ring mammoth. That is a whole heck of a lot of knife and a brand new pattern from Hen and Rooster at that $78.50 price tag. 10534 and a 0. No, a bunch of them have went out in pearl. So there are going to, besides the tree ring, there are 3 other handles: the pearl, the green bone, and the stag. Speaking of Hen and Rooster, look at this little beautiful skinner. Very unique, unusual designs, very functional. Look at the polish work they did on this one. It's a brown tiger eye handle. It's wood. It comes with a nice leather sheath. It's only $38.75. They did a tremendous amount of polish work finishing, buffing on the front bolster and the blade of that knife for $38.75. We call it, they called it the Cougar. It's not by any means the largest knife, and you know, really not the smallest, but everything about this blade has been designed for really easy grip and comfort. That just feels like it's a part of my hand. And for $38.75, folks, a really, really well good leather sheath that you expect to come with Hen and Roosters anymore. Try one out. It's $105, and then you have all that threes after it at $38.75. 105 333 free freight item. Grab that free freight up. The alligator bone. Steel Warrior Trapper at $22.50 is going to get you free freight. And heck, many of you have never even seen the knife. Well, here's a POWMIA. All right, we're going to buy one, get one. This actually will keep the blade from opening up in your pocket, all right, because it's assisted opening. $26.75, two-tone blade finish in 3CR13. You got the brushed finish on the flat portion. You got the black oxide finish. But I tell you what, at $26.75. So that's going to be in your order when you order that 105 228. You're also going to have one of these in the red, white, and blue. Now, that is not Damascus. All right, that's like a raindrop, a bird's eye, raindrop, several different names for it, just whatever suits you, folks. Look at that American bald eagle and then the prisoner of war missing in action on the reef. It's been a long time since I've seen one of these. Once again, thank you, George. You had a lot of product put back. So you're going to receive both of these at only $26.75 when you purchase 105, 10, and a 2 on that one. Oh, we got old Bigfoot going on right now. Bigfoot's going to be our social distancing champ. There we go, big. I'll tell you, I'm going to put the 10 on this one. They don't roll around. And then I'll put the old banana bone Steel Warrior. See, that's an old Steel Warrior as well. You see, that's that shield, that gold and the red shield, that's second generation Steel Warrior shield. That's one of the old ones. The first generation that was ever done was just basically all like a stainless, just a dull type of a stainless. So Bigfoot. There's lots of Bigfoots out there, folks. Have you seen one around lately? Probably not. It's social distancing champ. I don't believe there's ever been a better one. The only other one that I can think of that's probably done better than Bigfoot would be one of those big old giant squids or something we may never ever see. I'll never see one of those. And it's going to display with the blades open on this banana bone Steel Warrior in the round. The round 10, only $24.50 when you purchase 105, 10, and a 2 at that $24.50 price tag. We got looks like this is a bulldog. I'm getting ready to show you a stag, folks, and then I'm getting ready to get into this Castillo handmade Spanish knife. Spain is world renowned, especially with sword manufacturing. This is something that's unusual. Besides the fact that is a beautiful bone. To me, it's almost like the old antique green. And then it's not quite a worn clip, but it's wanting to look like one. Well, here's how it all operates. You shut both of those blades, 2-blade copperhead. Open that blade up. There is not any visible locking mechanism. But, you know, it's right in front of you, folks. It's the blade. You press that pin blade down, and that unlocks the clip blade on this beautiful Rockwell-tested 440 stainless steel Bulldog copperhead, ring copperhead crimp bolster, custom limited piece, and it's only $9.88. That's all that knife is going to cost you. That's $27, right at close to $27 retail at that $9.88 price tag. Oh, look at the big old gunboat and stag. This will get hit hard, folks. There has never been one that I'm aware of from Hen and Rooster. It's $98.75. This is some of the stag that was purchased in Poland last year. I believe it was the middle of summer, sometime last year, and it's finally getting used. Well, we've been using a little of it. Look at that beautiful, incredible, that is hand-selected European deer stag. It's almost perfect. Well, that was the goal. That is the goal, and we're obtaining it. 4116 steel that came out of Germany. Close those two. Listen to that walk and talk action on that big old gunboat frame, and look at that hen and rooster shield. That's the way a shield's supposed to stick out, stand out, make it look good. Well, that's only $98.75, and that is a whole heck of a lot of knives, folks. I like gunboats, just a 3-blade canoe with a, well, it's just larger than a canoe. These are new to us. I'm still studying up on them. I'm not reading anything that's not good. They come from Hella. It's where we got these. Now, those knives came from the Hella fixed blade. They're out of North Carolina. Hellas are handmade in Norway. These are handmade in Spain. Some of the finest swords that have ever been manufactured for centuries have come out of Spain. All right, this is the Bacata. This is a wood that comes out of the West Indies. There is some in Mexico, and I do believe there's some in a portion of Central America. It is very hard. It is very dense. It is very, very strong. That's a spear point. This is Sandvik. 14C28N, stainless steel from Sandvik that they use. $120 price tag. It has been voted in the top 10 several times. That's all a stainless steel frame. For one of the top 10, in the top 10 of carry knives, up with some Sogs and Kershaws and other brands. That's all based on the walls that are around castles over in Spain. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wood. Look at one of these. Let us send it to you. You make up your, you make up your mind. It's going to come with a 320 grit sharpening stone and a leather pouch to keep it with, and it's also going to come with like some polish wipes. These are really, really, really good knives. 105, 312, and you know what? They look really good too. We sold a lot of them the last few shows, and people, word's going to start getting out there. Oh, well, we got the old Officer Prayer knife. There we go. That's a Pearloid Trapper. Got everything backwards. Oops, it's all right. I can take care of business on it. There we go. And I'm going to put this around on this. This is nice. There's also the Fireman Prayer knife. So this is done on a Pearloid, Swirl Pearl, Steel Warrior. Both blades are printed. A lot going on in this country right now. That's only $35. Now, we just have 30 of them. All right, it's all that I'm showing that are available. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, or if we only have 30 of the rounds that they're going to come with it, or we may have only 30 of those Pearl Swirl Steel Warrior Trappers. And then there's the reverse side that's going to have the Officer's Prayer. God bless the police. This is stand up right here. It's 105, 139. At this moment right now, there are only 30 of them. That's all that we have. And a heck of a deal. A lot of work went into this at a $35 price tag on 105, 139 on that one. This is going to be the Choctaw, those Choctaw lovers. There's a whole bunches of you out there. I'll put that right back in there, Gage. I mumble to myself a lot, don't I, Robert Powell? Mumble under my breath some. That's the large Choctaw. That's the new design that came out in 2019 and sold out very, very, very quickly. George had one put back, one pattern with one, I don't know what the bone handle on it was, because they went into these displays that he had. Anyway, for the first time ever, the larger Choctaw, he argued and griped about it, but he did it, was rehandled by Mr. Michael Prater in Tequila Sunrise at only $42.50. Look at this coral on, folks. No two are going to look identical. This is going to get you in the running. We got a giveaway going on right now. If you've missed it, all right, August the 2nd, we're giving away a prototype Devil's Canyon folding hunter that Michael did. And what we're going to do with that, there's the prototype. You get an entry if you purchase, well, like that knife or any other Michael Prater. You're going to get an entry if you purchase for the painted pony when you purchase a painted pony. So in both of them, I guess it's not out of the question. A person could win both. August the 2nd, every single purchase made, or either or, gives you an entry into the old drawing there that's coming up quick. All right, that Tequila Sunrise was 105,290 on that big old Choctaw. 104,746 is only $16.75. That is an all-natural white smooth bone LB5 folding hunter from Trophy Stag, lasered, beautiful artwork, God, family, and country. God, family, and country with a leather sheath. At only $16.75, and then this is just another real nice tactical lock blade knife, 105,283 at only $10.88. Another one, many of you probably not seen this before or in a very, 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 very long time because we've had them, but George has had them put back. That's only $10.88. And then we have all in God's world, all lives matter. All stainless, blue, titanium plated. In God's world, all lives matter. John 3:16-17. The cross and Jesus at $12.88. And I'm telling you, hey, Gage, you give me the item number on the free shipping knife. I haven't gotten used to it yet. You're receiving both of these. They're big ones, folks. Those are big, big, large folding hunters. Wire cut buck deer. Pair of, so that's what, it's less than $7.50 a piece on 105,328. Because you're getting both of them. No, that's not $14.93 each. That is for the pair. This is going to be a Kershaw. This one's called the Kershaw Gold. That's what they put it in there. It's heavy. It has a patented speed-safe opening mechanism. Everything about it, this Kershaw is patented. It is the $44.25. It's the 2200 pattern, patented Kershaw black oxide finish. Look at the reverse side of that, how they build these knives, folks. This is a really, really good brand. The first job that I ever had selling knives, we sold a lot of Kershaws, and that's where I got hooked up with them. And they're just good. I mean, that's all there is to it, folks. Their factory or the facilities located in Oregon. They were shut down for quite some time. That free shipping knife, a rarely ever seen alligator bone steel warrior with free shipping on it and any other item, any other product, is 105,347. That is the old. There was an alligator bone, the brown, and crocodile bone. Crocodile bone was green. Try out one of those awesome Kershaws. It's a large one. It's got some weight, but it also does have as well a pocket clip that's going to go along with it. Oh, look at the old alligator there. I forgot where that came from. It's been a long time. But anyway, that's the alligator bone Trapper at $22.50. That's our free shipping knife. Look at all of this ox horn, the ox horn cup with the leather belt holder on it. That is the horn from an ox, folks. And like you see, it is hollow. And if you look at this horn, you can see how some of the handle materials that come about the scales on some of our pocket knives have been done. So for $74, you're going to receive it, and that's going to be a bonus item. All right, it's a bonus. There are only 60 ox horn cups, which is what it is to give it away. You know, for your favorite beverage that you might want to indulge in during this really, really hot cycle of, there we go, weather that we've got going on. We got a ghost in the studio, Gage. $105,374. Now, these the six folders, the 6 pocket knives that are done in oxhorn, they're a Coy River. We have an LB5 folding hunter. We have a premium 3-blade Stockman. They have some beautiful work that had been done on the bolsters. Most of it's seashell engraved, nickel silver. But there's The canoe's got the rings in it. We got the tooled in it, and almost like elephant toe, actually. There's a razor trapper that we are offering. That also is one that is rarely seen, and an old-fashioned tapered cigar whittler. And then, lo and behold, I guess these came from that outfit of the had our displays. That's the Ocoee River trapper with the old trout and fly rod shield. That one coming around right there. That's the original trout and fly rod. The original Ocoee River shield. There are only 60 orders. Heck, it may not be that beverage cup done in an ox horn with a leather belt sheath. It might be one of those trappers that we had put back. These sold out, and they sold out quick, real fast. They are back in stock now. That $74 price tag's $197, might as well say $198 of merchandise that you're checking out there on the old vintage Viking ox. Very, very rapid sellout on these. We're buying all of them that we could possibly get. We've tied every one of them that we could find across this country up, folks. At this current moment, I'm showing that there are 5 of them at $24. There are also some different sizes that are going to be coming. All right, so this has got a lot of weight to it, but it's rubberized. All right, this is like a very comfortable grip. And you have a nightstick. Just get that wrist action going, folks. You've got a protective nightstick they reference to as self-defense. That is steel. All right, this is all steel, black oxide coated. And I'm not going to use the table to shut it because I would probably knock every single thing down. So you just use the floor or whatever, the ground, wherever you're at. This is what you can carry it in, store it in. You could actually put it on a pack or wear it on a belt, I guess. And then this is a hard shell case that's going to come with it. They move, and they move very, very, very fast. Appreciate those of you that have waited. All your little few back orders that we've had, they've all gone out the door. And we'll have a few more than that, 5. I have to update that coming in for sale. Same price that we sold out of it for folks. A $24 price tag. Those of you that are wanting to see up close and personal, the Trophy Stag, God Family Country Smooth Bone. Look at the nickel silver. Look at the mirror polishing on this blade. Only $16.75, that's all that's going to cost you. Folks, you'll have $7, $8 in the leather, double-stitched leather belt sheath that's going to come with it. Just in the belt sheath, $16.75. Oh, goodness gracious. Look what the heat's brought us, folks. In the studio. I'm not talking about James A. I'm talking about Cameron. How you doing, Cameron? Been going good so far. 104,746 at only $16.75. Beautiful, awesome, magnificent. Very nice. Very, very, very nice Folding Hunter at that $16.75 price tag. Might be a few 4-piece sets left of Steel Warrior and Stag. But we've got this one available individually at 4-piece sets. You can ask about it. This is just a really, really good, nice all-around lot blade known as the Barracuda. At $22.50. And note, that also has that second generation shield, that black and gold. Look at the beautiful Stag. Now, this is new old stock. All right, this knife was not manufactured like the other day or this year or last year. It's been several years back, but they do not spoil. I mean, look at it. They don't spoil. You just keep moisture away. You don't want moisture. And as long as you do that, it's a good thing to store them in cardboard boxes. Cardboard wicks away moisture. That's just like the day after it was built, right now, years later, only $22.50 on some beautiful, genuine Stag. Compliments of Steel Warrior, and I guess I should say George. You won't be hearing George's name a lot. You've been hearing George's name a lot. And George is he's officially gone into retirement. George, you're watching the show. You enjoy yourself there, sir. Worked many years at this company, did a heck of a job. George, stop in and see us every once in a while. Here's a genuine, that's all ram horn. That's a whole heck of a lot. Get that free shipping knife, folks, 105 347. A rarely seen in years, alligator bone, steel warrior trapper. Alligator bone. Now, they call it that because of the jigging process. It's $22.50. It's CCN 105 347. We give you free freight on that alligator bone steel warrior trapper and all the other merchandise you want to have to go along with it, just like this one. Only this is ram horn. Excuse me. Then we got alligator bone in the trapper. $12 price tag, 1039 0 and a 5. There's your Rockwell test sticker. I don't know if they'll ever make any of the alligator bones again. Probably not, folks. A lot of jigging, a lot went into that handle. This is just a nice folding hunter. It's not an LB5. It's just it's right down from about a ½ inch less than that, 5 inch. LB5 lock blade 5 inch. It's 4.5 inch. Look how they tumbled the bolsters on that one. Excuse me there, Chase. Beautiful mirror polishing, 4116 German steel. When they tumble those bolsters, it makes everything round. All right, so it won't wear a hole in your pocket. It's a big knife, and you're not using a sheath. It'll eventually wear a hole if you didn't have them tumbled. Well rounded off. Beautiful, beautiful, rich hen and rooster green. Everything about that knife. The hand processes that went in to making this knife look just like what you're seeing it on your television right now. A lot of them. Long nail pull, California clip. Of course, the steel out of Germany. $52. That's basically $106 retail that we're going to be doing at that $52 price tag. Do pardon my fingerprints, folks. Can't help myself. Yeah, it came up like that because of the mirror work, mirror finish. So this one here is $58,339 in beautiful green bone. A lot of people shopping for Christmas right now. I don't blame you. I just wish I could do that. I don't know. I can't ever bring myself. I need to train myself, get myself acclimated to go ahead and get some of that Christmas shopping over earlier. Bunches of you do. I just never. Unfortunately, I end up being a lot of times last minute. You spend way, way too much money and you pay whatever price. It's been marked that you don't get as many good deals as you think. We got some good deals going on right now because it is Christmas. Christmas in July, folks. All right, that's carbon fiber mama. That's Earth G10. That's some super surgical stainless steel. It's manual trigger mechanism. It doesn't need any type of assisting operation going on with it. Probably got a few ball bearings and it's pivoting that blade open and close. Christmas in July. So this is a gift for you. You purchase that knife for you, or vice versa. You want to purchase that knife for someone, give it away as a gift. Look at that cool little, that's a little old stubby. Check that dude out from Hen and Rooster. Ever seen anything quite like that? G10 on that. Brush finish. It's anodized aluminum. Actually, it's anodized aluminum. Stainless steel frame. German steel. Wire cut. There's the old wire cut Hen and Rooster. You just hold it like that. Liner lock. Or just like so. A little old palm lock blade. Get both of them. Same price that sold for, and the same price it's going to sell for again by itself at only $48.75. I got to see what we've got on this one right here. You know, I actually thought that there were some of these that came in, this old lobster claw pearl teardrop tip bolster or whatever I call it, teardrop. There weren't. Ended up find out. George had all of these. That's why they all of a sudden showed up. The last 55 for it might be a while. Now, there were some stag that he had more of that we also have been offering. But as far as this saltwater mother pearl, look at the colors in this pearl. Look at that absolutely unusual frame. It's a lobster claw. There's a lobster claw, there's a lobster claw. This is the 4-blade, there's also a 3-blade. This is 234 MOP. This pearl comes from deep down in the ocean, folks, usually in the vicinity from Hen and Rooster around that 200-foot mark, 200 depth. I don't know what the fathom would be on it. But Look at the beautiful pearl. That is an old design that I'm pretty certain right now that there's not another company currently manufacturing anything quite like it. Yeah, if they are, they didn't do it for long. They're not doing it again. You just don't find people building them like that anymore. This is great-granddaddy's knife. Great-great-granddaddy knives. Depending on your age, well, if you're getting up there like me, it might have been your daddy's. But look at that unusual little tip bolster. Teardrop bolster, 4-blade Whittler swell center, saltwater mother of pearl, $160 retail, only $58.75. That's all that one's going to cost you, $58.75, folks. That's $80 dealer cost on that knife you just saw. There were only 55. And in probably 4 or 5 minutes from now, we're not going to have 55 of them. This is olive wood. This is wood that also came out of Spain. Those Castillo knives, they're good stuff, folks. They're very simple looking, all completely handmade. They are just incredibly high quality, well made, everyday carry working knives. On the Castillos, that's why the Hellas have got them, because they want you to carry theirs and use them too. Incredible brands. You'll start seeing the few that we've got left throughout the next series of shows. Now we're on this Hen and Rooster. See, I get off on other stuff. Look at that. Look at the abalone inlay. It came about because of the Spain. That's where this olive wood came from. Spanish government regulates it. You can't just go cut trees down. You know, you can't just go start making handles out of the wood from cut down. You got to get, I guess it's basically like a license or a permits, and they allow how much can be cut. That is Damascus, not only on the blade, that is Damascus on that very, very large extended front bolster also. It's 45960 at $120 price tag. The burl wood still sold out. It might be next year. I don't know when we're going to see any more of the burl wood come back into inventory on that. This is oxhorn too. We had that Bulldog deal earlier where we did the beverage oxhorn. Well, this is that same type of oxhorn. It's all going to be different. It doesn't shed. All right, oxhorn, it'll continue to grow until the old critter that's growing it, the old ox, whoever, whatever, or it gets cut. They cut it off. All right, and then you can use it. No harm comes to the old critter there. That's going to have the original dueling bulldog shield, as they would have came out of Solingen, Germany, several decades back. We call that the Buster. It's a 3-blade Buster instead of a single blade, and that is a Rockwell test sticker. That's only $17.88. 3 blades of 440 stainless steel. One of them's been Rockwell tested at that $17.88 price tag. Almost $37 retail. It's 105, 173. That one walks and talks too. That's how we want all of them built nowadays. That's a stipulation. You're going to build us some knives. You're going to be in them making some knives, folks. You got to make them. You're going to have to make them good, especially these folders. Let's see. Oh, that's that wild looking. Yeah, that's that. Now that's a faux Damascus. Didn't they do a good job on it? That looks like an old jester. Put that one right there. We're doing both of them. Don't fall over. Don't knock nothing over. See, I'm not good at this. I'll spend more time trying to get it to stand up than I've got to talk about it. Isn't that wild looking? Those neat. They're assisted opening upsweep skinners, very, very sleek upsweep type of a slightly upsweep type of a skinner. And the acid wash, the lasering process, the work that's been done on the blade that's going to give it the appearance of a Damascus steel's on both sides. And what you see on the handle, is this beautiful artwork on the handle. Well, it's also on both sides as well. Look at that vibrant color. Wild looking stuff. It's the Dragon's Lair 105039. That'd be a good gift item. Doing Christmas in July, folks. Might as well go ahead and get some of it all done. Heck, it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any football to speak of. I don't know. We'll wait and see. They shut everything down. They shut everybody down. They want you to stay home, don't they? Stay inside. Well, I'll stay inside right now and show some knives. When I want to get up to the house, I'm going to go outside. But I can do that. I don't have any neighbors close to me. That's the way I like it. Look at that pearl, slant bolster. But that's what they're wanting. A dueling bulldog shield in certain areas, not everyone. That's just a beautiful, beautiful, nice looking trapper. Look at the color of the pearl in that. It's only a $35 price tag. Bulldog quality. That was a big, big, big success that we had with the Buffalo Horn Bulldog Trapper. It's the free shipping item in the last week. Now we got we have a free shipping item this week in a trapper by Steel Warrior. It's probably one of the rare, well, it is without any question the rarest handle on a trapper of any brand that we have done with the free freight on it. It's 105,347. All right, we got the montage. That's a good word too. 105,347. That is what I was just speaking of. That's alligator bone on a Steel Warrior. I sold a bunches of them in crocodile bone. That was a long, long, long time ago. I had no idea George had all those knives put back, and none were got produced again because George had them all. Well, guess what? Thank you, George. We've got them in crocodile bone. Rarely ever seen. 105,347, 2250 free freight with any and all merchandise that you may wish to have with it to the lower 48 states. And we'll be doing that ground freight. 104,746. This knife is being bought all the time. It's an LB5 folding hunter. We had it on earlier. It's smooth bone by Trophy Stag. It's a deer hunter. LB5, lock blade 5 inches. That's smooth bone. And we did some incredible work. Julio, you did magnificent work on that one. God, family, and country. It's only $16.75. This is a worker. It's done in the old fall foliage type of a camo, and things start turning. Not as much brown in that one. It's got a little more green. But that, all the camouflage on these knives, it's all going to be different as well, and it's all good. Really, really nice, sleek, almost spear point, false edge on top, tactical lock blade, serrated, little micro serration, liner locks, just a good outdoor worker, non-reflective satin finish. It's only $10.88, folks. $10.88. 105,295 at $12.88. God's world. In God's world. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? All lives matter. John 3:16-17. All lives matter. Version of Jesus and a cross on blue titanium plating on that lock blade at $12.88. 105,328. This is a major blowout. Receiving both of those, they are large, large lock blades, folks. And I think that was actually might have been my Carta there a while back. It was when they were built. If it's not, I know for a fact it's G10. A lot of steel, a lot of big, they're up there close to about the size of Bigfoot. We're doing both of them, a pair at less than $15. It's a closeout, it's a clearance, and it's likely not going to return back when they are gone. And they will get gone. Doing 2 at a time at $14.93. Heck yeah, we're going to sell all of them. Santa Fe Stoneworks, Hen and Rooster, Woolly Mammoth, Pearl, Onyx, maybe some turquoise, other stuff. Who knows what the patterns are going to be? Stockmans, maybe trappers, maybe liner lock, executive lock blades, maybe even some other special not before seen patterns that Jim has had. Liquidate him. It's Christmas in July. $145, that's not retail values up to. Values are actually going to be $98, our price, wholesale, $98, $120, and $145. Well, they're not when you buy it this way. 30-day money-back warranty. If you're not happy, you can, without any question, within a 30-day time period, return that item that you paid only $75 for on that Santa Fe. Those Santa Fe's and stuff will start slowing down a little bit now, inventory-wise. We're getting close to the holidays, and you're probably saying, what do you mean we're getting close to the holidays? Well, we are. We are for manufacturing and production. May not be for retail, But we absolutely are for manufacturing and production. We got to get orders in right now, folks, and actually last month. This is the one, it's the only one that there is, and it's $620. It's Case XX Hammerhead Lot Blade Knife. I don't even think he's building any more like this right now. I don't even know if he's got the knives. I know we had some come in. We put 10 hammerheads back to get him, but you know, he's getting geared up for the blade shows. There's going to be a little less painted ponies here lately, folks, over the next little bit. This is the one of a tree ring, woolly mammoth ivory of the incisor of the woolly mammoth. It has a little grayish blue to it on both sides. This is the one that we have, and it's the only one that we have. And if you order this, it's going to be the one that you're going to receive on this XX Hammerhead. Painted pony and get that entry. There will not, I mean, I don't want to say there will not be another one like it. I mean, if we happen to come across more in the future that look like this, I'm certain we'll have them, whether it'll be on a Case Hammerhead or not, or a Case knife, period. I do not know. This is one of those knives with that finish, that color to it, and even some with the little blue that you're only, you know, we just got a few of them. It's just, it was just in the luck of the crop. Excuse me, the old woolly there, and what the, got all choked up. But what the earth did to it after 10,000 plus years. That's a premium 3-blade 313 Stockman by Hen and Rooster. Look at beautiful blue bone on that. And then you got Dad. You know, Dad can get a knife anytime. It doesn't have to be a special occasion. Who's ever said it has to be Father's Day, or it has to be a birthday, or it has to be Christmas? I don't believe it's necessary for any person to anybody at all, especially when it comes to knives, folks. There don't need to be a special day. You make it special. It'll be made special when you give this knife to Dad. It's a big one too, large H&R. Look at the finish work, that polish work. $56.75, all that one's going to cost you. And you know what? A world of memories. Years, decades, lifelong memories when you give a knife like this to Dad while he's around, and it maybe be handed down or left down to the offspring. Decades and then some. And it's only $56.75. Almost about $125 retail pushing it on that one. That Dad knife, 101-712, and that beautiful blue bone. Here's going to be that's Buck Creek handmade Buck Creek. That's the old Buck Creek shield. That's one of the original shields. Look at that European deer stag. 440 stainless steel. Got the antlers as the Buck Creek shield and tang stamp. I was selling them back when I was like 18 years old. There never were many. Buck Creek was never a brand that had a lot of patterns. There just weren't a lot. They had what they did, and I guess what they felt like they did best, and that's what you got, and that's what they made. Very few fixed blades, mostly trappers and Congress, and maybe a Stockman here and there. $45 in deer stag, folks. Look at the thickness of that stag on this knife, that $45 price tag. You got a 3681 CCN number. We were in Dandridge, Tennessee when that CCN number was generated and created. We were almost 200 miles away from here, folks, in our original studio before we moved down in here into the facility, into the building. And it was $93 retail on that knife. Decades, years and years and years and years and years ago, back in the mid-2000s, I guess. 3681, European deer stag, Buck Creek, $45. Boy, look at that handle. That's got it all, doesn't it? That has turquoise. I see some oyster in there. You might probably, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there's not going to be some little woolly mammoth in there. Look at that. Oh, I see some lapis. Might even be a little bit of a coral in there. Let's see what this side's going to bring us. Oh, a little bit of the same, and then maybe a little extra something. Malachite, that green. Probably is going to end up with this run we've had on chrysocolla. It's end of the day. Basically, we call it Gold Rush. It's gold micropearl, holding all of that together. It's just an accumulation of different stones that have been used. This is on a Steel Warrior Trapper. That sucker's only $48.75 with all that stonework. $48.75, folks. 27 orders, 104 $765. 27 of this knife at $48.75. All of them. You know, whether it's the Gold Rush or whatever, any of the stone handles, they go quick, and that's all there are. And it's a little slow right now because he's Michael. I think he wanted to try to get out of the blade show because all that mess going on down there, but it was too late, and so he's having to build some stuff. We'll go down there and see him, I guess, down in Atlanta. Yeah, he's got to build him some stuff, pay for that blade show. You know, it's expensive. It's not cheap to go to a show. $14.99. That's a true version of a copperhead, one of them. So this is not the trick lock. We had a trick lock earlier that was on a Bulldog brand. This is not. This regular standard two-blade pocket knife. Doesn't have the locking mechanism built into it, and that's fine. One thing it does have, that's genuine snakeskin with an acrylic protective coat on it. Genuine snakeskin, folks. More than likely came out of India. It brings money to their economy and to their towns and their villages, and they need it. They're like everybody else. And it is a heck of a unique handle to collect, to be able to offer to you. Everything legality-wise is completely 100% totally taken care of. And it's only $14.99 in true, genuine, original, classic snakeskin. No two will be the same. That's all look good, though. They did a heck of a job on it. There's that old massive Bigfoot. Now, that two that we're doing, those tactical lock blades with the wire-cut buck deer out of the blade that we're blowing out, clearing out, come from George. They're in this general vicinity as far as the overall length of frame and everything, even the steel and the blade Bigfoot. Grab those up, less than $15 for the pair. While you're at it, get the last of these Bigfoots, because these are getting gone as well. It's beautiful, beautiful, rich. The original frostwood, like it was out of the originally out of the Northeast, up in Massachusetts. Solid brass frame. That is a mirror polished steel from Germany. It's a 4116 German stainless steel mirror polish at only $19.95 on big old Bigfoot. He's out there somewhere. He's social distancing, folks. He's the champ. 105059 for old Bigfoot. This buffalo horn is his Indian rooster, and that's a hawkbill. That was the first, this shield was first used on the 160th anniversary. Everybody liked it. That green and gold shield, heck, those are getting gone on us too at $48.75. But that was it was a special shield that was done for that 160th anniversary, which I was looking through my stuff not too long ago, and I found a Crown Stag 160th anniversary. Big old buoy, forgot I even had it. I was pleasantly surprised with that one. That was from H&R. It just makes everything stand out. This has the brass liner. All right, that was the true original version of a liner lock. That stands out. I remember them on electrician knives, and then these pruners are hawkbills from Colonial. There were various brands, Northeast brands, companies, factories that built them, especially on the electrician's knife. With that old printer, original classic hawkbill, $48.75. Oh heck, running out of time as always, folks. They go quick. Thank you to all of you. We appreciate you. Try to get as many items as we can in for you. Sometimes I go too slow, and sometimes I talk too much about stuff, but we got a bunch of them in, it looks like, on this show. And I hope you saw something that you like. We try to give you as good a deal as we possibly can do. You know, we got to pay bills too, but we cut. It's been something else this year in this free freight product that we've been doing, offering the free freight and these drawings and just generally good, valued, priced merchandise below retail. A lot of other brands that have tacticals like these sling blades, this CR13 MOV stainless, 18 polished ball bearings. They'll be about twice that much, 130 up. That is good. G10 handle. On that, blade's been tempered 3 different times. The last time it's done electronically to try to remove as many of the impurities as we can. It's a good one at $72.80, and you better watch it because it will get you. It's 105-224. Sling blades are low in inventory. Well, once again, because of that special that we did. with the prototype sling blade, fixed blade Mammoth, the two that we gave away in D2 steel. It liquidated a lot of inventory. I hadn't seen one single return. You know why? Because they're good. It's good stuff. Veterans, as you're out there watching, if you know have family members that are veterans and they may not be watching, do me a favor, tell them I said thank you for the service that they made to this country. Thank you so very much. Healthcare professionals on the front line, especially in the southern states. I've been hearing a lot of sickness going through those healthcare the nurses and the doctors and all that. Goodness gracious, is it ever going to end? Is it ever going to end? Well, I appreciate you joining me. We'll try to make it as sharp of a time as we can. Thank you so very much. Welcome into Cutlery Corner Network. I'm Todd Boone. Thank you so very much for joining me, folks. I appreciate all of you out there, all of you. We can't have this show, and we wouldn't be doing any of this at all. I wouldn't be sitting here if it was not for you. So again, thank you so very much, and the veterans and the ones that are on this front line, especially in these southern states. It seems like, but we certainly appreciate everything that you do for this nation. A lot of product, folks, a lot of good merchandise going to be coming your way. You got a few more of the Helenites, the Castillos that we're going to be doing. It's just magnificent pieces. We're going to be showing you some new items as well. Just all in general, it's just good stuff. Christmas in July, a lot of you already shopping. I don't blame you. We have a free freight knife that we're going to be doing. That's old alligator bone. George has had these put back for a chain account that had some floor model displays. Things went bad south with them. You know, it just didn't get good with this COVID. But that many years ago, for those of you that remember, we had the alligator and the crocodile bone. The crocodile was green, the alligator was brown. None are being manufactured. There's no production taking place on them. It's $22.50. It's kind of a rare warehouse find. Again, thank you, George. And it's free freight. Anything that you purchase with this item, we pay the freight to the lower 48 states ground freight. Or if you just want the item, lower 48. We do the same thing. But if you have 50 pounds worth of merchandise, if that item number is on your invoice, 105,347, we are going to pay the freight. And that is that's going to be a hot one on that old Steel Warrior Trapper. That is going to come September the 4th. It'll be here before you know it. Heck, this month. Good gosh. Pretty much half done, folks. Christmas in July. It's getting started. I know one thing. It's hot. Absolutely hot out there. 24-year-old Winchester Sunfish Buffalo Head Shield, 24 years ago, handmade, 1095 carbon in the original packaging. Register at cutlerycorner.com. You don't have to purchase anything. You can still have time to send in a self-addressed stamped envelope. Any item that you buy, you're going to be registered. We'll announce the winner September the 4th. This is coming up quick. This is real soon, folks. August 2nd, we're going to have a Painted Pony winner. We're going to have a Michael Prater winner. Painted Pony's the one on the right. Sequoia Trapper. It's old bullet trapper, malachite and pearl. Michael Prater winners, that prototype Devil's Canyon Coraline Folding Hunter on the left. And a lot of you buy both of them. So you buy both of them, well, you're going to be in for running on both of them. There those two beautiful knives are. Check them out. Nicely done. Very soon. I mean, it's going to be here before you know it. August the 2nd. 104-746, God, Family, and Country at only $16.75. That's a trophy stag smooth bone. Lot blade with a double stitch, a really nice sheath. That's the $8, $9 sheath, folks, that's coming along with that. And leather, people are buying lots and lots and lots of those, and I get it, I understand. $10.88, that's all the money you're going to spend on another one that's been put back for one of the displays in the old fall foliage. camouflage handle. It's a really nice, sleek, tactical lock blade knife, folks. I remember having it for sale. It's a long time ago, and we sold a bunch of them. And then George ended up keeping them, having them all put back. Try one at 1088. And then we have this one. In God's world, all lives matter. John 3, 16, 17, you have a portrait of Jesus as well as the cross. That is blue titanium plated. Only $12.88. 105, 288. 105, 328. It's about like a Bigfoot, folks. As far as like the overall size and the dimensions of it, it's a big knife, and it's assisted opening. Linen micarta. See the linen micarta G10. I don't have one in here in front of me, but either way it works. For less than $8 a piece, for less than $7.50 a piece. That's just a clearance. That knife's not being made either. That's $14.93 for both of those knives, folks. You ought to at least add one set of them to your order. And then try out this Santa Fe Stoneworks. They do good work, folks. Hen and Rooster, various different patterns, mammoth, pearls, corals. There will be the onyx that's going to be used. They just do awesome work out at Santa Fe. They've been around a long time. $98, $120, and $145 was the normal sale price on this product that we have at $75. So you got a minimum of a $23 savings. You have a 30-day warranty if your money back. If you don't want the item, if you don't like it, you have 30-day time period. You can send that knife back. But that is good. That is a good one at $75. We got old Jim Pick going. Look at this one at just $12.88. Isn't that a good looking knife? That's just nice looking. Look at the bone. It's walnut, a lot of brass. It's all been highly, highly polished. It's assembled well. It's been built very, very, very well. It has a non-visible full tang, tapers down. It's called a rat tail. The end of it like a rat tail tang. That was the name. At least that's what I was taught, folks. It tapers down like a rasp or a file. Look at that upsweep blade, that nice little skinner. Finish work is good. Half hilt on it and brass is good. Spacers in wide wood and brass is good. Nice, rich walnut. Look at the bone that they used. They did a lot of torching, a lot of hand jigging on that. That actually give you a grip. And then you have a really, really, really nice leather sheath that you're going to have coming along with that. For only $12.88. He picked another good one, folks. Another real good one. It's got weight to it also. It's solid. It's a solid knife. It's a good one to carry on your belt. Deer season, well, it's here upon us. It's right around the corner. It's going to be here before you know it. Fall. And then next thing you know, it's going to be 2021. Maybe 2021 will be a little more easier on us, folks, than 2020 was. At $18.75, this is about a 2-decade-old pattern known as the Howling Wolf. You don't get to see it a whole heck of a lot. It is a massive fixed blade. It's 16.5 inches. That's tiger eye frost wood. It's a laminated hardwood handle. It's stronger than actual wood. It's like, well, just like plywood. It's going to be durable. It's going to have more strength than natural wood would. Look at the beautiful colors. I like that blade design. The guard's all done in stainless steel. A massive amount of steel in this blade, folks. And you know what else? It just has that look. Something about that, way they did that blade. All stainless on the pommel of it. It's a visible, hidden tang on it as well. And you can own one for only $18.75 as a today's special, or you can purchase multiples of them. A big display knife to set at your pocket knives off, a centerpiece, or just something, you just want a big old knife, big old Bowie. Well, look no further than that today's special. 105-351 at only $18.75. All my buddies out there, my friends, which is all of you, thank you again so very much. Can't get everybody's names out in one show. All the Matthews, the Michaels, Robert, Williams, the Jasons, Jays. Just thank you so much for all of your business. And Quentin's, can't say, like I said, I can't go through everybody's name, but I appreciate all of you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing safe, staying healthy, and I guess right now staying cool. Aaron, it's hot out there. Look at that hand-carved bone. We use chip-away clearance as a title that just simply means a sale. This knife's not going to be cleared out, never return. It is. It's going to come back. Look at the work that they do in that bone. Silver wood, emerald wood spacers, brass. That is carved, and it's done by hand. They torched it, and then I guess they carved it, or vice versa. Look at the work that they did on that knife. You could you see where it carries over? Because it's all completely done by a person, by hand. That's got the S-guard on it. It's going to be done in brass. And at $19.75, you have over half of that value, the money you're spending, just in that double-stitch leather sheath that's going to come along with that knife and that chip-away clearance. 103352 at only $19.75 on it. Get my own. This is a neat little H&R that came in, nice black sheath, also $38.75. That sucker's stout too. It's got, for its size, it's got some weight to it. That's a good skinner. All right, it's a good palm skinner, palm knife. Either way you want to hold it. Look how thick it is. You actually short in size, but you got a lot of strength and a lot of durability because it's so wide and there's been so much steel that's been used. And they did a heck of a polish on that. My fingerprint will even show up. Anywhere you touch it, there's going to be a fingerprint. That's the definition of mirror polish. So, you know, this is going to be done in G10. What it makes up in length, it makes up for in weight and size and thickness, folks. Strong, strong knife, and that will actually take care, do the job on probably most big game. Brand new arrival, excuse me. That is micarta. I stand corrected. Linen micarta. Well, that changes it all right there too. That's some money in that handle. You don't see a whole heck of a lot of it because it costs a whole heck of a lot. G10 is less expensive and is also very durable. That's almost indestructible, but I don't like saying indestructible on that. There you go, Gage. These Hella knives founded in 1932. I mean, heck, they're handmade in Norway. If you see a Hella on this show, it's completely 100% handmade, and it was handmade in Norway. But when they started this company, they didn't even have electricity. And it's been passed down. These knives, they want you to use them. They know that there are going to be people that collect them, but they want you to use them. Everything about this knife is done completely by hand. They do not give away their steel. They don't. It's one of their secrets. They don't say a lot about it, other than it's triple laminated. Outer is soft, harder core, and then you have soft again. It's going to come with a nice. A little booklet that'll give you some information on them in different languages. Comes in the tube. They use saddle grease. That's going to be oak. You see leather spacers. And then you're going to have birch. It is sharp and then some. It's D2 sling blade sharp, Pro Alea sharp. It is sharp as a razor. It is $159.95. There's a lot went into this handle because of how it's been separated. They are going to oil this wood after it's been cut. They're going to sand and they're going to polish and they're going to continue that process until they get the grain and the beauty that they want it to look like. This is one heck of a knife, folks. It's very simple. It's extremely well made, handmade in Norway, and that's a good price. Only $159.95 is all that's going to run you. It's a good knife. I'm going to be treating myself to one of those this year. They'll harden. That's actually was, I believe, in 1986 when that was designed. That particular pattern that you just saw. Get my smaller one going on here because this has also been a hot one. Look at that little dude right there. This is the hen and rooster version of a Barlow. Right, it's the way it's always been. It's the only one that I've ever known. They have two different sizes than this. This is the large one. There's a smaller one, 241. Then there was a Granddaddy Barlow, but that was 15 plus years ago, and I hadn't seen one of those in, 15 plus years. Look at that incredible stag. This was a stag purchase that was made that Jim bought out of Poland back in 2019. It's starting to come to light. Look at the antler, all completely 100% hand selected. That is just a nice Sunday go-to-meeting knife, dress knife, easy to carry, all well-rounded, not going to wear a hole in your pocket. The finish on it is excellent. The polish work is excellent. And then, of course, the hand selection process, which is about as long as it takes to make the knife, folks. Hand selecting that antler. $38 price tags, all that one's going to cost you. It's a beautiful, beautiful knife, and it's good money right there on that one at $38. Now, you see a painted pony, it's going to come with the painted pony acrylic stand. We don't show stands with every single one of them. We try not to get the stand scratched up and stuff in the studio as samples, and it happens. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's the way it is working in the studio. But it'll come with the certificate of authenticity. It's also going to be notarized. It's going to be autographed by Michael Prater. This is on a Winchester, and it is on a old Winchester, big old heavy Stockman frame that tapers down like a whittler. 22 years ago this was made. This was serial number 1. Don't know what the other ones are. Only 5 of them were ever built. That's dinosaur bone, pony jasper, and jet onyx. Black onyx that you see. Look at all that firework. See how it tapers? It's a double back spring, more associated with a whittler, but that's a Stockman. Big old Stockman knife. 22 years ago, the knife was born. 2020, it was transformed into a painted pony. 22 years later. 22 and a half years later. That's the original packaging. Got it about 2.5 more years, folks. This one, just the knife, is going to be known and classified as an antique. Big old handmade Winchester, USA made, 1095 carbon, 105, 138. Yeah, that one absolutely is rare on that. Let's see, we got the American wildlife deer season. Yeah, I kind of can't wait. I've been seeing all the fawns and everything that are getting brought out by the does up to the house, little baby turkeys. I enjoy watching all of that. Get a lot of enjoyment out of it. It's relaxing. And I usually just buck hunt, and one a year is about pretty much all I do. Sometimes not one. It's going to have to be a good one. Look at that beautiful knife for the deer hunting fans out there, deer hunting lovers, if you know one that is. Don't see this one a whole lot. There are about 30 of them that are left. It's $80.50. That's your individual or serialized, beautiful, deep, rich red bone. A lot of beautiful artwork, color work. That's a big buck, too. Look at the 2 drop tines on that one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I don't see one like that. Knock on wood. You never, ever know. Old number here also. CCN 12751 at $80.50. Deer fans, deer lovers, if you know someone that is, it'll display with the blades open. That's really going to stand out in that hard shell presentation case. 12/7/51, $80.50. Oh, look at what we got coming your way. These will go quick. Man, our case cage has been depleted. Good gosh, it's tough to keep up with, folks. Look at that amber bone pocket hunter. This is from what I'm understanding, a vault knife. In other words, it's going to be a new decade 10-dot 2020, and it might be all that it ever is, unless they decide to bring it back. Point that I'm making is they put this in the vault. They built it for the year like they did in 2019 with the Barlow's, 2018 with the doctor's knives. They might bring it back in 3030. They may not. They might bring it back in 2025. They may not. We have 45 of them. They just came in the door. It's just like this would be like a 6165 folding hunter. If it was a 2-blade, it'd be like a 6265, just on a mini pocket scale. New decade 10-dot, $57.30. All true sharp miracle polished blades on it. 45 orders, folks. 45 of them. 105, 33, and a 2 on that. And that one right there. There you go, Gage. Oh, look at this beautiful. This is magnificent right here. Look at the abalone on this knife. See, this is like a 6265 pattern. Now, this particular one, they're still not doing any of the pearl. At least if they are, I've not heard of anything about it. We're not getting any. They're doing very few, mostly small patterns in the abalone. They still do some trappers, but you don't get a lot of those. This could be the only decade, the 2020 10-dot, in abalone on the little mini pocket hunter that they ever build if they never bring it back. You know, if it goes in the vault and something happens over the next year or two or whenever, and you can't do the abalone anymore legality-wise, this will be a one-year knife that was ever made. And I know it's a whole heck of a lot of money, but we don't have a lot of them. We couldn't get a lot of them. Look at the abalone. It's submerged by the craftsmen so they can pin it on. You have to work it underwater to get the pins. You don't want it to crack or it's ruined. Look at that beautiful knife. You know, not for everybody, I know it, but for those of you that are avid collectors, whether it's exotic handles or case knives or both, something that is absolutely going to end up being rare, folks. I'm holding one right now. We have 26. That's all we got. Jeff wanted 50 of them. We got 26. 105-320 at $136.75 on that. It's a beautiful little knife right there. Look at this Cutlery Castillo, all completely handmade over in Spain. Spain's been manufacturing knives and swords for centuries, folks. A lot, you know, people like Napoleon, all kinds of different rulers back then. They'd get their swords made in Spain because they were so good with it. And that's curly birch. I mean, that handle material. That just looks really, really, really nice. It's a new brand. I'm not completely up to date on every single thing about it, but I do know that it's Sandvik. It's Sandvik 14C28N stainless. I've read where Kershaw's been using some of it. Look at that file work. Completely, 100%, totally done by hand. You open up the box, well, you're going to have a handmade leather pouch, 320 grit sharpening stone. These have been in the top 10 for carry knives. They want you to use these knives. They want you to carry these knives. That is why they make them, just like Hella's. Well, guess what? Hella started carrying them. Why? Because they're in the same ballpark. Good stuff, handmade, affordable, and you don't have to carry an ugly knife, folks. Look at that beautiful piece. The wood's going to look different. $120 price tag, what we have left of those, $105,293. There's going to be a segment or two that you've seen throughout this week of shows into next week. The 234s I thought came back in stock. Well, no, they were just released from George, come to find out, just like this 233. So we actually only have 30 of these left. That's better than zero. But that's kind of a little bit disappointed. We did get some stag run that came into stock, but not the mother of pearl. Look at the colors in that 233 lobster claw, half lobster on that. $48.75. Swell center on it. Looks like an old lobster or something. The 4-blade looks to me like more of a lobster claw, but 233s I think were the first ones. It's not a pattern that many people build anymore. It's been around, well, this pattern's older than I am. Well, that's saying a whole heck of a lot too, folks. Been around a long, 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 long time. Is that not incredible? A little teardrop, or what some people call tip bolsters, that's hard too. Everything about this knife is difficult. The only thing that's not difficult is deciding to buy it because it's only $48.75. $160 retail hen and rooster. Jim, if you're watching the show, Drew did it. We'll blame all of that on Drew. CCN 8717 at only $48.75. Now, I just got through talking about the stag. These did arrive because we had the antler, because he bought the antler in 2019. He got it out of Poland. The deer stag. That's $58. Stag cost a lot more on this knife than it did 10 years ago, than it did 5 years ago, than it did 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That's European stag. And then they have to go through it literally is a railroad car, train railroad car that has full of antler. And you have to get it to the destination and then start going through it. Look at that. Look at the stag. 15, 20 years ago, it wouldn't have been like that. They didn't hand select Stag. Hardly any brands did. That's only $58. What an unusual, unique, different type of old pattern. There may be people watching right now and they remember their grandfathers. And from what I remember and have heard before from Howard Graben and them at Star Sales, ladies carry that in their purse. Old 3-blade whittler. Not to whittle, just a little fingernail knife like I probably need. And then, cut strings and stuff off with a little sawed off sheep foot, a little coping. It's different. I mean, blade designs you don't see anymore. Hardly anybody's using any longer. This is going to be the Kershaw leak. Sorry about that. Speed Safe patented operating mechanism. That's a Ken Onion design. Finally back in stock. We run out of them. We got 14. Goodness gracious, just got the darn things. Got 14 left. We'll be looking at 40 days. If Jeff got an order in, I don't know if he did or not. 38 days probably. It's going to be a while. That's just the way that it is. The way that we do the Kershaws. We do it with some friends. We all get together. We pull our knife orders. It's 40 days. And plus, they're out of Oregon, and a lot of stuff. A lot of it's going to be based on what's going on up there, what's going on with the company. But Ken Onion designed this particular knife. It's fast and it's sleek, and it has a patented operating assisted opening mechanism that they called Speed Safe. I'll show it to you one more time. It's also a frame lock, so that frame is the lock on it. Very, 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 very sleek. That's just really, that's sweet right there. That could be oh so sweet. Well, they got one of those too. If you've seen it in the next few days, they almost got all gone as well. The oh so sweet. Here's the leak. $141.32, $52. We did not change the price by one single penny, folks. $52.87 on that Kershaw. This is one heck of a good brand. This particular one's going to be a Hella. Now, they did something that first time that we've ever had them. Les Stroud, Survivor Man. Watched all those shows. He got into looking for Bigfoot, too, after his Survivor show went away. But Les Stroud got with the folks in Norway of Hella and designed a much smaller knife. But you think about what he did and what he bases everything on. Compact, strong, good, and durable. Less weight. You don't want a whole heck of a lot of weight, folks. It's that polishing cloth that I go on about. I'm going to stick that one. It probably won't stay up there. I don't want this one to get me, folks. It's sharp. Has a lanyard that's going to come with it as well. But once again, they're adamant. They do not give up their trade secrets. Look at that beautiful birch handle on that one. On the old Mandra. So you got Les Stroud now. Les is again was hands-on into designing this drop point. $198. We've got about 30 of them. Curly birch, he used a little Vulcan fiber, also is going to go along with that Vulcan fiber. It's probably in the liners or something. This is just supposed to be extremely durable, extremely strong, and it's made to last, made to use. And, a little small knife that your life may depend on it. It translates into proud, the Mandra does. And it's named after a hilly peak where Les found he got lost. He was lost, then he was found by a rescue party while filming in a Survivor Man, and I guess is Romania. Wow. Anyway, a little special knife that they've done with Les involved, and it's beautiful, it's compact, it's easy to carry, and it's a Hella. It's a Hella knife, folks. Hella of a knife. How about that? I'll go that route with it every once in a while till I get told not to. Look at this old bulldog right here. Little lady leg knife in saltwater, mother of pearl, acrylic protective coats coming along with it. All the lady leg knives are real low in inventory. It's why we don't have the multiple sets like we did. They got bought up during the holidays. I mean, just look at it. And this is not anything that is a new design. This design came out and was being made before there was even a Bulldog brand selling in Germany. They were used a lot originally for advertising, novelty knife companies and places like that. Colonials, I don't know if Colonial did one or not, but a lot of them up in the Northeast did them. Knee-high Buster Brown shoes. Look at that pearl. Wish I could get my hands on a bunch of them right now in mint condition. This is going to be on one of the Bulldogs, however. A little knee-high lady leg knife is what it looks like. Only $16.82. It's basically, you might as well call that a $40 retail knife at $16.82, and not a lot of them. Not to sound like a broken record, but if we have another one on the show, there's not going to be a lot of them either. Not right now. 102920 on the lady leg knife by Bulldog. Oh, look at that one right there. That's a Bulldog slant bolstered stag. Look at that old stag on that old European deer stag. Check that out. Original dueling Bulldog shield slant bolster, limited special edition, $45 price tag on that in deer stag. Production run on this one's done. It is all over, but that is the large premium trapper, which stag in general, folks, if you've watched the show, you've seen less of it. I'm talking less about it, especially the newer, anything new, because we're out. And what I've done, and I've tried to pinpoint, is to find any in as many patterns as I possibly can to air that have deer stag. Whether it's fixed blades, that's tough, right? Fixed blades, or folding knife. It doesn't matter what the brand is. But right now, what we have is what we have. There's just not a lot of it that's available. $58,793, $45 on that Bulldog. Got a little cigar box coming up here. I don't want y'all smoking cigars now. They're bad for you. He used to see a lot of these at my granddaddy's house. Tampa Nuggets. That was a long time ago. That was back when I was a kid. I'll keep that up there because they're going to put that Stagalon slim. I call it a Slim Jim Trapper. Some people call it a dog leg. Doesn't have the front bolster like a dog leg, but I just always called it old Slim Jim. The Crow and Rooster, it's one tough bird. The old red barn. There's the rooster on the fence post. Old wood fence post, hand done, hand cut. And it will display in this heavy, thick cigar box with both of the blades. And it's only $22.50. It's the inside lid. There's something on every part of this box. There's the back. There's the inside of the lid. So that's just nice. It's something different. So it's a good conversation piece. It's something that's going to, a big old thick form. It's nothing that's ever going to scratch it. And you could pass it down if you wish to do so, or you might have somebody that has a barn that looks very similar to the one that you see on this box, this old cigar box. And that might turn it into just an absolute excellent gift item. $22.50. There's a free freight knife. That's alligator bone, folks. Old alligator jigged bone. Steel Warrior. Old Steel Warrior that George had put back for a long time. $22.50, $105, $347. We're going to pay freight on it. If you wanted 6 cigar boxes to go along with it from Crow and Rooster, like what you just saw, or this John Primble display, we're getting low on these displays. We're going to pay the freight to the lower 48 with that knife you just saw. 105, 347, and everything else you want to ship with it, if you want to ship anything else with it. That's our God Family Country Trophy Stag Lock Blade Smooth Bone. At $16.75, I believe it was. That's one of the old putback tacticals. That's another good one right there. It's a nice knife. $10.88. Add one to your order. You'll like it, at least I hope you do. If you don't, you can always return anything and everything that we ever make available here on this show, folks. You can return it. And then there's In God's World, All Lives Matter. All lives matter. In God's World, the cross and portrait of Jesus, blue titanium coated. And this deal that you see right now, 105, 328, another $14.93. Add one to your order. You'll want the freight knife with it because those are big, heavy knives. They're like the Bigfoot knives. They're just done tactical frame lock assisted opening style. That's going to, this is just a beautiful work of art. This is pocket jewelry. This is a truly nice collectible on 105041, Santa Fe, Hen and Rooster, Mammoth, Turquoise, Pearl, maybe a little something of this and a little something of that. Onyx, just nice stuff from Santa Fe. And Hen and Rooster, 98, 120, and 145. Those were the prices that they sold for. You do that deal that you just saw, 105041, it's only $75. Once again, if you're not happy, you can always return it. Thanks all of you. I appreciate everybody out there watching. All of you watching the show and all of the veterans across this nation. Yes, thank you. You allow me to do what I'm doing right now, selling knives, and that's what I like to do. All right, this old John Primble deal we got going on, I think it's, 105. What is this, 285? Look at the old JP John Primble belt nap hardware. Wow. S&D oak display handmade, all completely 100% American made. John Primble knives like this never existed till we got a hold of them with Mr. Scott, and we found out he had some, even if it was old parts. Then we got Michael Prater, all right? They were never done like this before that, before 2000 and, I guess latter part of 19. That's saltwater mother of pearl, old John Primble Barlow, belt nap hardware, oldest trademark still in existence on a brand of a knife. Saltwater mother of pearls, $200 some odd Barlow. We have 40 count web turquoise. We're going to have a lapis done in gold vein. We're going to have a blood turquoise. That's a wild horse. Look at that white turquoise, folks. Look at that gold vein in that white turquoise. John Primble. Very, very, very special set. It's $1,000. Yeah, this is not for everybody. We don't have hardly any, just a few of them that we're going to be able to do. But this is a John Primble set that's never been done or anything's been seen quite like it until it got put on this show. Till Terry and them come up with it and come up with this idea. There's that Pony Jasper. There's no more than 10 of these have ever been made. No more than 10 to this date. And I don't know if it's going to continue further. We're going to sell the few more that we have and with it. I do not know, but I would recommend freight on this one. Oh, John Primble, Goods of Honor. That's a John Primble S&D display. Licensed, everything trademarked, everything is completely licensed. Something else right there, Barlow fans. I am one of them. I am also an avid John Primble fan. I was looking at that one, Robert. I was looking at that Primble, Robert Powell, other day. Thank you. Appreciate it. Makes me happy when I look at that old Primble knife. Oh my gosh, Red Stag Pocket Hunter, new decade, 10 dot, maybe only decade, may not do them again, probably won't. And that's this is not Red India Deer Stag. This is not the embargoed Red India Deer Stag. Cases get very little of it, that's why they're on small frames. They case their Craftsman torch this. By gosh, they did a good job at it. It's open flame torch, hand torched. And it gives it the appearance of the embargoed sandbar, Red India. $92.43. There may not be another year that this is ever going to be manufactured. I don't know that. I cannot predict the future, but this is the vault knife for the year. They're only going to make it this year, and they retire it back to the vault. It may not, just like the abalone that you saw earlier. This may not happen again, folks. That's one to buy right there. They're proud of them. I mean, it's a little knife, $92.43. Heck, the big 62, 65, and 6.5 bone stag costs that. This is a major, major collectible item from Case. Don't let the size fool you, folks. Is this the Ocoee River? All right, now this is the Feather Macaw. This is going to be out of the Caliber series. Caliber cartridge series. The Blackbone Barlows that you've seen, some of them, well, I hardly have any of these left. You better grab that one up, folks. $38 price tag. That one's going to get gone. If you're told it's already gone, I apologize. That'll happen. Like I said, we're going to do more of these. Michael's covered up right now. He got put in the bind there with this blade show that they decided to go ahead and go on with in August. And he's got to have some. You got to have some product for the blade show because you know what he's been doing for the last 10 months, 2 years. Especially the last 8, 9 months. He's been spending pretty much all his working production time building stuff for us, for you. Feather Macaw Caliber Series. That'll get gone quick at $38. Look at what they came out with. Look at the old John Wayne. This 6.5 bone stack. It's what I was talking about earlier. What you just saw in that little pocket hunter is real genuine stag. Look at this big old pattern, folks. It's brand new. It's never been done before that I'm aware of. It's a 10 dot, new decade 2020. That's the so they'll call that a 6.52130. It's a 30 pattern gun stock, not the 15. 15 smaller. Look at that big. The frame looks like a gun stock. This is all 100% completely licensed through the John Wayne Foundation. That's their 10 dot, the legend, the Duke. See how it looks? A JW shield looks like the stock of a rifle, a firearm, and JW on the shield. And after all of that and all of this time in the waiting and the anticipation, we had 5 come in. We have 4 left. That is one good price, $69.83. Somebody ought to buy every single one of these. One person, if you're watching, you ought to buy every single one of those at $69.83. Not to make somebody else who wants it lose out. I'm just saying, we'll get another one, I hope, anyway. Or we'll get more than one, but that's a heck of a deal at $69.83. Look at that gunboat canoe from Hen and Rooster, folks. That is a big, big old canoe frame. That exceeds 4 inches. That's basically about the size of a trapper. It might be a little larger than a trapper. Look at that red bone. Look at the feather stitching. Look at that intricate jigging work that they did on that bone handle. I like the large shield too. Big shield, big knife. Makes everything stand out. I like that black and gold. 4116 steel from Germany on this H&R. Big old canoe with 3 blades. All right, it's a gunboat. Spear point, almost like a Stockman configuration with the Stockman that would have a spear point blade. Most don't. But that is a large, large knife. Listen to this. That is how they are supposed to sound. Look at that red bone knife. You get a bang for your buck on that one. That is an incredible pattern that H&R came out with. Finally, something different and out of the ordinary. 105,341, only $78.50 in that beautiful red bone. You also see the deer stag. All right, the deer stag will more than likely will get gone quicker. And then there's a green bone. We've had the pearl, and then we've had the tree ring mammoth. Last I looked, there was only 3 tree ring mammoths left. Might not be any by the time you're watching, or, we'll finish the show, or we might have 10. We're wanting to get some more from him. Like I said, he's covered up. I mean, he's got big expenses, Michael and his folks do. When they go to that blade show, it's not cheap. And you got to have some product to sell. This Skin Master, this is just a smaller version to the original large. I have still not purchased this one yet. I mean, it gets to be so many. I probably will. I know I'm going to get a Helen. I know I'm going to own some Arno Bernards. Problem with an Arno Bernard and some of these Hellas, more so Arnos, we have them, we show them, and they're gone. I can't buy one. This is a heck of a working knife. There's nothing attractive about that, so to speak. But it is made to use, and it is thick, convex ground. That's a checkered sure grip panel, heat molded. That's the actual tang. And then it comes with kind of like a weather resistant Kydex style. It's not Kydex. She's going to come along with it, put it in the wrong way. There we go. Anyway, here comes the Choctaw. Say a little bit for everybody. Try to get a show. It's easier to do when we do a show like this, and I know it's not as much moving around and going back and forth and all of that, and it's hopefully it's not boring sitting here doing it on the table like this. I like it. I enjoy it. But we get to run through a really large variety of not only just all product, all brands, patterns. This will be the only Choctaw on the show, more than likely. We had the large one on a show earlier that I believe it was a Tequila Sunrise Coraline. But this is turquoise bar. This is something like, as with all Choctaws, is going to get all balled up. We only have 117. I stress that only because that is not very many, but it's easier to do on a show like this where you don't have to spend as much time. I've just got a few seconds left on it. That is just one of the hottest lock blade patterns that we've ever dealt with. So, you know, like the case rust lock, and it's just a hot pattern. I know Michael doesn't like doing them, so you don't have to worry about it, Michael. You don't have any of them right now because it's a hard knife to rehandle. Real hard. Look at that. Nice looking Choctaw. A lot of steel, a lot of front bolster to personalize if you wish to do so. We've got this case with the quadrifill. This is clover bone case set. Look at this. Look at that beautiful green bone on these. New quatrefoil shield. It's kind of like a clover, hence why it's four-leaf clover. But I had one customer, and I apologize, I forgot his name. It might have been Dave. Talking about what kind of looks like a Suba on a samurai sword, this new shield. Anyway, it looks good. We're going to have the Tony Bowes teardrop jack, 2-blade. Tony Bowes did the design work for it. Case built it. The 54 frame trapper. I mean, they're going to use the patterns that are hot. We're going to have the sway back whittler with the Warncliffe blade on it. There's going to be a little Texas toothpick. There is not a peanut. We have the 07 frame mini trapper. And then we're also going to, with a 54 pattern trapper. So 2 Tony Bowes designs. Those 2, his name's he designed them, Case builds them. He's a custom knife maker and designer. Look at the finish on these knives. They're only $60 a piece. And I'm double checking. I got to double check after I got caught with egg in my face on that red bone handled 10-dot trapper a few months back. And they weren't all 10 dots in their packages. That's COVID-19's fault for that. These are all new decade 10 dots. 2020 new decade 10 dots. This is not something that is, this is not a catalog line of knives from Case Catalog. It's something that they do, they come up with, and they get an idea, all right? And then they build on that idea. And then more times than not, it's done, it's over with, and it is gone. $60 a piece. All of those are going to run you. Now, we're only going to have 8 of them. That absolutely 100% is definitely a good item to get freight on. Pocket knives add up in weight. That free freight knife, that Steel Warrior, old, rare, crocodile bone Steel Warrior freight knife, folks. 105, 347 at only $22. And 50 cents. That one's going to work. I already know it is. It's already happening. But that was a really good price on a really good, awesome, good-looking set of clover bone from Case. Get that one, put 8 orders, get it put up for Christmas. See, we don't know. I don't know if we're going to even see any more of those knives that you just saw. Hate it being like that, but I mean, it is what it is. This 6.5 bone stag cheetah. This is another good one from Case, folks. Those swing guard cheetahs, legendary, classic patterns. I remember going around and 30 years ago, I'd do all the knife shows. I did a lot of wholesale work, mail order, star sales. I did a lot of HSN shows, Home Shopping Network, television knife shows. I'd go to knife shows. And usually, if anybody had any cheetahs, they were gone first day the show opened. First few hours the show opened, they got bought because they weren't making them. 111.5 swing guard. That's a classic pattern. 6.5 bone stag. They did a really fine, outstanding job making that knife. Look like it's got some deer antler on it because they can't get the deer antler to put on that knife, folks. But they did good. We have 14 of them. $89 and 36 cents. All that beautiful, unique knife's going to cost you. There was one point in time some that were like this that were switchblades. 104, 576. Had bought enough of those back in the day you could retire. Pardon my finger and print on that one, Case. Look at this Toro. Look at this knife. This is going to have the Palfero wood. Again, a lot of wood's going to come out of the Indies. This is completely 100% totally handmade in Spain. Completely all 100% totally handmade in Spain. Toledo You got places over in Spain that they're so world renowned for centuries, sword manufacturing. Basically, this is they call this knife a modern interpretation of the classic albacete knife, which was originally designed for a variety of domestic and rural uses. It has aggressive jimping on the thumb ramp, allows for easy blade manipulation regardless of the task. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just one moment on that. 14C28N, custom hand stainless steel. It's a Sandvik steel. That's a jimping. These are knives that when a craftsman goes to build these, yes, they want them to look good, and look at that beautiful Paul Ferro wood. But they want you to carry this knife, and they want you to use these knives. Well, there's the jimping that they're referencing to. And there are surveys and stuff, things that have been done. They've been in the top 10. It's not an extremely well-known brand name, but you know what? We're changing all of that. This is good stuff right here, folks. 14C28N, Sandvik stainless. But what a Paul Ferro wood. P-A-U-F-E-R-R-O wood on the Torah pattern. Handmade 100% totally. And, when you get into hand-making knives, it all changes a little bit when it comes into folders and lot blades, over fixed blades. Your wood's going to look different. I can tell it's dense. I can tell from feeling it's dense. Leather sheath, 320 grit, I think it's 320, yeah. 320 grit bonded ceramic sharpening stone comes along with this, the pouch, and then the polish. Let me close that one up and watch it because that sucker. Look at this Winchester Tim Scott. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. He's been looking and digging. He's having a heyday going through all this stuff, all these knives. I guess he probably knew that they were there. I'm certain he did, but I only wrote down one day a year or so ago, and guess what he started doing? You know what? They've been there long enough. Look at that canoe. 3-blade stags. They got out. Now, he did find some stag big enough that you could use for that 3. We're going to get a few more of those 3-blade canoe wheelers and embargoed deer stag from India. This is 23 years ago. It's in 1997. There's really not been a lot of the 97s. There's been 98s, 96s, 94s, 88s, 92s a little bit, 2003s, but they're 95s. This is 23 years ago, 1997. Look at that old antique bone. Called it old wine bone. He put in the shield, everything. All of this completely done by hand, folks. All of it. $175 price tag. Slant bolster, ringed bolster of nickel silver on a canoe with the original packaging. Box is going to come along with it. They used back then on that canoe frame. Only the second canoe that we've had from Winchester. So, again, there are not a lot of those knives, not a lot at all. If you like the old antique bone, well, it looks old. It's what the whole idea behind it. Look at this old Ford Trapper. Look at that right there, folks. $76.86. That's color wash bone. They wanted it to look like that. It's not missing color. That's the intended purpose. This is licensed. Completely 100% licensed. I guess it's the case the only knives that being done with Ford. That's a new decade 10 dot. It's $76.86. Ford lovers out there, Ford fans, there's millions and millions and millions of them. The introduction of the new F-150. Oh yeah, put that up for the holidays. We are in a situation with case merchandise right now for the likes of even Jeff. Jeff Daniels, who buys it. I've never seen it here the way. And it's not that it's no one's fault. It's COVID-19 fault. They're in Pennsylvania, Bradford. They're tough in that state. And, not everybody can go to work when everybody else got to go to work. They're probably still on a skeleton crew. I don't know that for a fact, but it's slow coming. It is coming. There is product that is coming into this building, into our case rooms. but it is slow. Look at that. Look at that little pocket hunter, 65 frame pocket hunter in Caribbean blue bone. New decade 10 dot, 2020 10 dot, because it's the only time they've ever made them. Maybe the only time they actually ever make them. Hopefully one day they'll bring these back in the future. Goes into the old vault, means put back, no longer made until they decide one day decide, well, I guess we're gonna make some more. Caribbean blue bone, 25 of them. See, we got a few of those in. We got the abalone. Actually, the abalone, some of these came in last week, but they were new, and we had to wait until it got into our system. This one was just arrived the other day, just small shipments. You know, we still have $275,000, $250,000 worth of merchandise. We're ready for it, ready for them to ship it to us. But it's, again, you can do what you can do. They're not going to rush it and sacrifice any what their knives stand for and what they're made of and how well they're made. We had the Choctaw a moment ago, and I do not blame you. We respect that. It's like Michael Prater. He won't rush it, folks. I know a lot of you get aggravated having to wait on some of the painted ponies or whatever, but he doesn't rush it, and you have to respect that. We get it to you as quick as we can get it from him. We had the Choctaw in the turquoise bar turquoise, whatever, however you want to call it. Here is the trapper individually. Now, there were not very many of the Choctaws. I believe they were around $18 and change. About 20 minutes ago, we had them on. There are not going to be many of any of these Steel Warriors in this particular handle material. That's front and back on that. $19.95 on that one, folks. What a very unique, almost, well, basically like a Southwestern look to a handle material. The old Buster Patterns by Coy River coming up. A good Christmas gift. Christmas in July. As you watch these shows, and I know I don't say it every single time like I should. I got all kinds of other stuff I start talking about, and I mumble here and I get on to something else there. Like that turquoise bar, if that is something that you may be interested in for Christmas, all right, we don't know that we're going to have that knife back. It'll sell out before Christmas. We don't know that it'll be back in stock in time for Christmas. So if you can, you know, if money allows and you see something that you're interested in, jot the item number down. Please have those for our representatives when you place your order. But if you see something you're interested in, call us as quick as you can on some of that type of merchandise. You know, the Hellas, the Arnos, they're gone. They'll be coming back probably mid-September, hopefully earlier. The Castillos. See, we only have 81 trios of these. The steel in this knife is worth the $6.25 that the price is breaking down. It's going to cost you $6.25. These are a Coy River. They're not going to be back in here for Christmas, folks. $18.75. That's 4116 German steel, and these are Coy Rivers. Little Buster Junior patterns, red bone, strawberry bone, and then, of course, that awesome centerpiece, blue bone. There you go, Gage. Get all this stuff. And watch the tip of that blade. I've almost done that a couple of times on that fillet knife. That's an elite edge Stagaline, very flexible fillet knife. Leather pouch comes along with it, belt pouch, storage pouch for your boat. You carry it on your belt. I have the bait knife that comes with this one as well. Oh, and check out that military design working knife, field knife, survival knife. That's a sure grip. It's a very, very comfortable grip on that handle. They're just $9.33 a piece, and these are all made to use. You got to fit. You get some fish where you got a fillet knife from Elite Edge. Not hearing that name as much as you did out of my mouth, you know, a few months, 4 or 5 months ago, because we've been out of them. They got shut down. But that is an Elite Edge. That's a good brand. We've worked very close with these people for multiple decades. They're good folks. We rely on them. That's a 428 high carbon. You got the bait knife. And then the fixed blade to go with that. That's free shipping. That's alligator jigged bone on a Steel Warrior. We're about out of time, I think. Alligator jigged bone. Well, that's $6.75. I'll grab them, Tim. I think we're running out of time, folks. That was God Family Country, Folding Hunter Smooth Bone. 1675. It's a good working knife there. I just hadn't seen one in forever. Didn't even know George had them. Probably a good thing, too. $10.88. Look at that sunfish from Winchester and Michael Prater. They actually originated from Winchester, and then Michael Prater did what he does best. Turned it into a painted pony with all the stands, the entries. I think it's probably going to be a 98. Got to watch our fingerprints on these. Well, it's tough, folks. I think that's a 1998. Need to start getting them on these sunfish dates put in the names. That's red dino bone. That's jet, chevron wood, 22-year, at least 22-year-old sunfish. This is the true original full-size sunfish frame of the brands that made them. And only 5 painted ponies are ever going to exist on this line. $528. The stands, autographs, certificates, entries, everything, even the original Winchester packaging. Thank you. God bless all of you. Thank you, veterans. Thank you, those of you on the front lines.